got me all through messed up here. Hey, it is the Odd Couple. And with that password, guess what? You now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
There you go, LeBron. No matter how you listen in,
me?
Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live
We'll do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live.
That's right.
I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it. Just do it.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. We are indeed the Odd Couple.
What would you do if he yelled at you like that?
We'd have
Do it.
We'd have problems. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on
Rob
this funky
Parker.
Flashback Friday. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Ricky's girlfriend.
On the planet.
Aaron Maller.
On the planet.
Ben Maller.
Ben Maller.
I'm sorry. It's been a long week. My bad.
There we go.
There we go, Alex.
Oh, my
bad.
goodness
My bad.
gracious. Yes.
That's what you
And
said, too.
At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
Then why are you sorry now?
All right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877.
Kelvin, come here. Yo, Kelvin, it's Aaron.
It's her.
And introduce me to not Nan salesperson or Ben Mallard. Straight to Aaron.
877-99 on Fox for you laymen out there who can't figure out letters and numbers.
It's not trigonometry.
877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
Turn it off.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. And if you call... yes, I just said that. And with that said, always remember...
Sweet oot dee dee. It's going to be one of them days I can already tell.
No,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good day.
It's
Let's
gonna be a
go.
great day.
Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host.
Kelvin.
You're supposed to say he
Washington.
is. You
Yeah,
all
usually
right?
say he is.
Usually he is.
He is.
Why you looking at the sheet
Kelvin.
like, wait, it don't say it on my...
Do
it
I
don't
say it? Do I say it? It ain't on my
That
script.
man
It's
looking
on
at
here,
hold
Kelvin.
on, wait.
I'm like you. I know how to read a teleprompter.
Come on,
if it's in
man.
front of
I
me.
do
I'm
my best
sorry.
work when I ad-lib.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, good, man. It's Friday. You know, my weeks are long and crazy, man. So feeling good on this Friday. And I'm not going to lie, this very moment, this is the moment I realized. Rob G, pay attention to this, okay? Looking at the TV right now, look straight ahead. You see him. I might go ahead and let y'all convince me to get the jab.
How about going to the gym and eating right?
Charles Barkley is 165 pounds. He has never, including his playing days, looked that good. Rob G out here walking around talking about shirtless summer coming up. Dang it, I'm about to give
please.
in.
No
I've been
shirtless
fighting hard.
summer.
I'm about to throw
Don't
the
you
towel in.
dare.
Don't do it.
We up, Alex?
I won't talk to you if you do.
You're right. You're the only reason why I'm holding on.
Don't
do
do
it.
it.
Don't
do it like
do
that. We need that. Don't
Don't
do
do
it.
Kelvin, your reel is going back in style in 2026.
I'm with you.
Reel's
I
coming
think
back.
I think that's going to be in everything, all facets of life. So I'm hanging on, Martin. But, yeah, man, I'm
All right.
good. And, by the way, shout out to your boy who got you the hat. Gabe, was it?
Gabe, my
yeah, I see you
man.
got the hat on.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah, it's dope.
The Yamarori, I can't say it.
Do
Tokyo
you
Giants.
realize I have on the hat you bought me for one of these Christmases?
Is that the one? Let me
Yeah,
see.
man.
Oh, no, that's a nice hat, too.
Man, thank you. Well,
Thank
now
you.
it's really nice, Martin, because he
Because
bought
I
it.
paid for it. Speaking of
He
paying
wasn't going to say
for
nothing
it,
for 3 hours, but now that I brought it up.
well, look what Martin gave me. I got my
Oh, shoot,
Christmas
what you got?
present and my birthday present all wrapped in one.
Let me see what it says.
So this one.
Thug. Oh, dude, that is perfect for you. When you went on a trip with Jamie.
The Golden Girls, Thug Life. Would you, you know I'm going to come over there and pop you in the face. This one is the most creative.
Let me see. Is that more creative than Thug
yes,
Life?
I love this one.
All right, let me
like
see.
Martin thought about this one.
Let me see.
So look at it first.
2026 Hall of Fame ballot. Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, Robert. Oh, yeah.
And then on the back, the Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's
So
okay.
there it is. It's like the Hall of Fame and Bill
Yeah.
Belichick, Robert Kraft.
It is perfect for you. It
And I'm the
praises
only one-
you,
I'm the only
and it's
one.
dissing them.
Right. And then on the back is the logo for the Black Sports Writers
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. And speaking of that, if you do want to come and you're in Greensboro, North Carolina, or close or whatever, go to Eventbrite. We have tickets on sale. The ceremony and dinner are April 11th on the campus of North Carolina A&T. And just go to Eventbrite and look up Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame. Get your tickets. We have student prices for kids, for the younger people, and then we have regular prices. So that's April 11th. Looking forward to that.
Pull up on them. Pull up on them.
Gary Howard, Clifton Brown, and Ron Thomas are all being inducted.
Love it.
Yep.
Congrats, Advance. Martin, that's you really put Etsy to work.
That's
You was on point with that.
I got. I said real is in style in 2026.
Yeah.
It's still 2025.
Okay.
I had to create this image.
Yeah,
for
no,
me.
I'm not even mad.
Mimic the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Every now and again, you got to chat beat. What you on Claude, Chat GPT, all of them.
I'm a Gemini guy.
You're a Gemini. You got to do what you got to do.
Nice. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. You wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. Bud Mexican is there. You go. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Martin Weiss is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course,
never heard of him.
Elijah
Never heard of
is
him.
our social media
I miss Sagar.
guru.
Shout out to Sagar.
I know we haven't seen Sagar yet. Rob G, we got plenty of stuff to talk about in the news on this Friday. A lot of stuff going on, especially Cade Cunningham, going off center a little bit.
I mean, kind of didn't shoot a couple days in a row now. Cade Cunningham starting to feel himself, and rightfully so, because the Detroit Pistons, our Detroit Pistons, the odd couple.
I need a 10-game losing
streak. We claimed this team as of yesterday.
No. Rob Parker is out. I don't claim
the
no
Detroit
team.
Pistons present the odd couple.
Don't do that.
I'm not. Just like you claim the Lions and how'd that go. I'm raising my hand. I'm not claiming the Pistons.
All right.
Well, in any event,
let me see your phone. When Joe D texts you, when Joe D go text you, I know you ain't gonna claim the Pelicans. The least you could have did was stay with the Pistons.
For a long time. Chauncey wouldn't do that. But any event, down their two best big men, Cade Cunningham and the Pistons came into Madison Square Garden and put belt to ass on the Knicks, beat them down again. They sweep the season series. Cade Cunningham went off. 42 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds after the game in an exclusivo with our friend of the show, Vinny Goodwill, told ESPN, you know what? I think I am the MVP. Rob Parker, I know you got to love that kind of braggadocio.
I hate it. And my thing is, I don't want Cade Cunningham is an exciting, tremendous young player who is worth suitable for framing, worth the price of admission.
Mm-hmm.
But don't turn into that guy. Don't be Cade Cunningham. Don't be the guy who has to pat himself on the back. Cade, I don't want to call you Cade Cunningham. Don't be LeBron James. Be Michael Jordan. Whoever's giving you this advice or telling you you're feeling yourself or you feel like you need to say who you are. You know what Michael Jordan used to say every time they would go up to reporters and ask him about him being the great? I didn't play against everybody. I can't judge myself and say I'm the best player who ever played. I didn't play against everybody. Or he'd say, that's not for me to determine. And Cade Cunningham is in the same exact spot. Dude, there's some great players in the league as well. Do not feel yourself to the point where you think SGA ain't in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
The Joker ain't in the mix. And then the best part of all of this, while he's out feeling himself and smelling himself, and we'll get to this as well, there was a straw poll of the voters, not Pistons fans, not Kelvin Washington, and guys like that. And for the guy who says he's the MVP now and he's the best player in the league, a best American player in the league, somehow he only got one first-place vote in the straw poll. Came a distant third, not even close. One first-place vote. So this is premature. Pump the brakes and be better. Cade, don't be Cade. Don't be LeBron. When he told everybody, oh, yeah, remember we came back from 3-1 and when I became the GOAT? How did that work out for him? You don't have to do that. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing hard. Keep winning. The accolades will follow. If somebody asks you, you don't have to answer with that. That's not the voters. You don't have a vote. I hate to break it to you. As much as you want to say I'm the MVP, guess what? You don't have a vote. That's it.
That's it? All right. So this is why I know you were sauced up yesterday when I told you came back from wine country and you brought a bottle of wine with you. Because you know what you sat up here and told me yesterday? That you wanted Cade Cunningham to not give qualifiers, to say he is the best player in the country, and the best player, period, in the league, not the best American. That's what you said. So now he comes out and says he's the MVP, and now you got a problem with it. Cade Cunningham is usually what you're referring to, and I get what you're saying, and he's been that guy. But I think also because he's been playing in Detroit, they've been bad for, the majority of his career there, and then last year they finally got good, and then obviously this year they're really good. I think he's having a moment where he felt himself. He just put up a great game in Madison Square Garden. People are, asking him tough questions. He didn't say it publicly. So I hear what you're saying. He chose not to say it publicly. Vinny off to the side obviously covers the Pistons for the four letters, and so he quietly told Vinny, who he talks to, has a relationship with, this wasn't a public thing. We made it public. Rob G bringing it up made it public, but he said it quietly. He said it privately to Vinny. But I don't have a problem with it. I totally get what you mean. If this becomes something where every time he has a microphone, he's saying something, I would even be like, all right, Kay, we might have to relax a little bit. But I like exactly what he's doing. I think he's been incredible. If you look at what he's doing as far as clutch time.
Well, why do the voters, why does he have one first-place vote? In the straw poll, here we are in almost March. The season is coming to an end. So I hear you, but the voters, the people actually vote, don't have them in that conversation.
And that's a great point.
That's all I'm
Here's
saying.
why it changes. It changes off of the first game back, national game, everybody's watching, and you ball out in Madison Square Garden against the team who took you guys' heart in the playoffs. You ball out. You start to get all these conversations. You had the whole GQ spread for a guy that's normally quiet. You got a great GQ spread that a lot of people pull little snippets out of from that. And then you go out and ball. And then more importantly, you ball in crunch time. So that's been a great thing for him because usually you got guys like Jalen Brunson who are incredible at crunch time. He scored 19 in the fourth twice this season, which is the most in the league. He leads all players in total average fourth quarter points this season.
But what?
So
okay, all that you're saying, the guys who cover the league on a daily basis, who are the voters, not happens, who are the voters. So they didn't see any of that all the way up until the other day?
I'm saying he had a moment that now people are going to go, like guarantee you the odds were, where was he yesterday?
Is he going to win the MVP?
He has a great chance.
No, that's not what I asked you.
It went from 1,300 to 500.
Is he going to win the MVP? No, I'm just asking. The season
it's
he's had.
SGA's to win, but he absolutely he'll be second. He has a great chance. If they win the East by 6, 7, 8 games, like they're up like 5.5, 6 right now, he has a great chance. There's no really anybody else with a better chance to me than SGA.
877-99 on Fox. We definitely want to hear from you. Don't we, Rob G? And it's real simple. Do you have a problem with Cade Cunningham calling himself the MVP of the league? And do you think he has a real chance at the winning the award? 877-99 on Fox. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple, where we give you insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do.
What's that?
Stick and stay, even with me wearing my Tokyo Giants hat. America.
Yeah, that works.
Yesterday, we were on our way, but November came. Man, I wish it was yesterday.
According to The Athletic, if it is proven that the Los Angeles Clippers circumvented the NBA salary cap to get Kawhi Leonard extra money to come to their team, there are a number of penalties that could be coming their way. Number one, they could be fined up to $7.5 million. Number two, they could be stripped of future draft picks, which now they have some after trading away James Harden and Ivica Zubac. And last but not least, this I guess would be the biggest penalty of them all. They could void Kawhi Leonard's current contract, making him a free agent, and the Los Angeles Clippers would have no ability to re-sign him or bring him back to LA. So guys, if we assume that this investigation leads to what we think it's going to lead to, that is that the Clippers did circumvent the salary cap to get Kawhi Leonard in 2019, what do you think should and would happen?
Well, Rob, I think they're going to have to find a way. If they're going to want to make this a big deal, then they're going to have to void his deal. They're going to have to throw the book. They're going to have to say, you know what? Kawhi Leonard is a Clipper because of said agreement back in the day when he became a Clipper. We're going to have to void that deal. Because if you're trying to really act like you care about it, fines ain't going to do it. Steve Ballmer is one of the richest people, not in America, the world. And saying, hey, $5 million, $7 million fine, that ain't worth it. That ain't going to do nothing because it's worth it. Ultimately, like if a team were to do this, Rob, and let's say, use another team for an example, and I get a championship out of this. Let's say in 2-3 years, somebody did this for Wemby. Hey, Wemby, we'll give you an extra $100 million over a few years because we'll do some commercials, we'll do some ads, and da-da-da-da-da. We'll circumvent the salary cap, find a way to give you $100 million. And then you find us guilty, but you say, hey, we're going to dock you $8 million and a couple picks. Yeah, it's worth it because I got Wemby for the next 7-8 years. So if they really care about this, if it's really a problem that they view it as it is, then they're going to have to throw the book at them. Otherwise, you know what we need? We just need to have the NBA be set up with no salary cap. Major League Soccer or soccer around the world, the Premier Leagues don't have one. You and I just talked about over the last few months, we've talked about how baseball doesn't have one and don't necessarily think they need one. I mean, maybe the NBA should start exploring that. It's a revenue-sharing league, and they might want to just explore that. Hey, what would it look like if we didn't have a salary cap? What would Steph Curry have looked like the last 10 years if he weren't capped at, $30 to $40 to $50 million, $60, whatever it is now? What would LeBron have looked like the last 10, 15 years? Because otherwise, it's absolutely worth the squeeze. That limit is worth the squeeze, Rob, if it's only going to be just a little bit of a fine, and I'm getting said star player, right? If I'm getting the let's say Cooper Flagg becomes that guy. And all I'm going to get fined is a few $1 million to get Cooper Flagg for a decade. Sign me up. So if they really care, Rob, that's what you do to say you care. Otherwise, wink, they don't care.
Do you know what commissioner you're talking about? Seriously.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Right. I got carried away. I was talking about David Stern.
Yeah, he's gone. I hate to break it to you. He's
right.
He's long gone.
That's on your boy.
Okay.
That's on your boy.
I can't. Adam Silver is Charmin or a dry dude white. I mean, like, really.
That's funny. You are literally the at this point, by the way, that's just
I'm the unofficial spokesman. Okay,
you're the official spokesman of dude white.
Well, I now get it into my conversation now. But you get my point, though, is I don't expect the book to be thrown at them. I don't. It would be.
You think, though? They should?
Well, I mean, it just depends because do I think the NBA is as harsh as it is, as Major League Baseball is on players? Like, you know what I mean? No.
Right.
We saw the Astros cheating scandal. Did they take the championship away? Or
still got it? Nobody really got in trouble?
The manager and the GM, they lost their jobs, but nothing else changed. You know what I'm saying? I can't see it. I really can't. Like the death sentence or – oh, my God, Kawhi's got to be a free agent. He can go to any team. He can't play for the Clippers under any circumstance. Here's a $100 million fine. We're going to let other owners know you can't circumvent the cap. You got to make such a harsh penalty, a death sentence, right, in order to get somebody to move. Because you just said it. He's one of the richest people in the world. How much money can you find him where it's going to hurt him? Or he can't find a way of recouping it or some other situation. Or
right.
Do you know what I mean? So I just – and the commissioner, everything rolls off his back. Like, all right.
Sports Radio. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Funky Flashback Friday. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Shout out to Elijah's got us up looking good on the YouTube channel. As always, just search Odd Couple FSR. You'll find us there. You can like it, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. Rob G will read some of the comments from the Odd Mob throughout the day. Tyrek Play of the Day on the way, plus Shekel City as well. All right, so 877-99 on Fox. Big game last night. NBA comes back from the All-Star break. You got the Pistons, who beat the Knicks handedly, 40-something and 10 from Cade, and had an off-air comment to Vinny Goodwill. And he said that he believes he is the MVP. He said that he thinks he's playing at an MVP level right now. Do you like him being that confident? Do you like him saying it? Do you like him rather him stay quiet? What do you think? 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls. Who we got?
And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Marty in Kentucky, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty?
Where's my intro music?
Oh, that's funny. I don't remember what it was.
We had
but you know, Marty. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I'm digging it. All right, fellas. You know what? I like Rob's advice here. Cade Cunningham, if this come out by accident, it's not too bad, but he needs to be more careful. And here's why. Rob Rivers dealing with the same issue right now on a much smaller scale. He feels like he's being underestimated, and I've been telling him to savor it and use it. Let it drive you. Being underestimated is the best advantage you'll ever get, because once everybody knows who you are, then that target's on your back. You don't want to put it on your back. Let people underestimate you until they can no longer underestimate you.
Yeah, I just think, and it might be that he grew up in a LeBron era where he's got to tell everybody, and after he won a championship, you remember he said, "Now where's my damn respect?" Like, you shouldn't have to say that.
The only
That's
thing
just me.
The thing,
That's
the Cade,
just me.
to make sure he didn't say this publicly. When he was asked, he said, "Look, we got a lot to prove. We still trying to work. We still got." Just like yesterday, we talked about it. The reason why he didn't say he was the best. This was offhand comment to Vinny, just one-on-one talking, and obviously when Vinny took it all over all the shows and everything, it picked up. But he privately, he didn't say it publicly.
But he said it to Vinny, who obviously felt comfortable enough to talk about it.
But you know that. You've been covering the league since.
No, but if it was really a conversation where that shouldn't go out.
Because Vinny asked him, he said, "All right, man, I know you said all that. I ain't the MVP. I'm just trying to play stuff. But come on, you still feel that way?" And that's when he said it offhand to him. So Cade shot to me. He's trying to be, we haven't proved anything. We got to win. You remember, I told you yesterday, he said he got to win more in Detroit.
I just don't want him to be Cade Cunningham. Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What's going on? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, I do have a problem with this coming from Cade Cunningham because he's a new kid on the block, right? I'm happy for him in the season he's had. He pushed my New York Knicks last year when they had capable leadership under the true general, Tom Thibodeau. They pushed the Knicks, okay. But the year before that, didn't they lose 20 straight games in Detroit?
27.
With Monty Williams, who didn't want to be there in the first place, right? You threw him a bag. You said he didn't want to coach. You threw him a bag. Obviously, going to take the money, okay? And then it was a dumpster fire for those 2 seasons, all right? So you're just now finding a little bit of prosperity under the capable leadership of J.B. Bickerstaff, who was doing a good job in Cleveland before he come to Detroit and got the ship turned around. The point of fact is, how about you be number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference with all these injuries first, right? The Eastern Conference is wide open, Cade. Before you make these statements, how about you make a playoff run, i.e. Tyrese Halliburton did last year, getting the team all the way to the conference finals, never mind the finals, which is open because the East, we don't know what's going on, right, before you're starting to step up, right? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he had the Tom Brady approach. He had the well done is better than well said approach, all right, taking OKC to the championship. And I need to see that more from Cade. I don't mind the confidence, okay, but there's other, you know what I mean? Don't go down the road of these uber-confident young players that are getting in car accidents in Charlotte and that are not playing basketball games in Kansas, all right? You don't need that type of confidence. Go out there and show it, and then people will give you the respect. Thanks for taking the call.
All right, thank you. Dion in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dion?
Hey, guys. Hey, I love Cade's confidence. I love his statement. He didn't announce it to the world. He was just talking. He was just being honest. And the truth is they lost 27 games in a row a couple of years ago, and now they're the doggone 1 seed. And Oklahoma City got a much better team than Detroit. So I love it.
And Detroit's playing in the East where Halliburton and Tatum are hurt too, right? Or have you factored that in at all?
Absolutely. I factored it in.
So that's factored in. And let me
What
tell you
that mean?
something.
They beating everybody.
No, but that's why the voters have them with 1 first-place vote, because they're factoring in how weak the East is.
I guarantee we had this conversation in 2 weeks. It will be completely different than that. Guarantee you that. Just like the odds went from 1,300 to 500.
That's Vegas. That has nothing to do with
I
the writers.
guarantee
Do you know what?
he will not have one vote the next time we do this.
Do you know what Vegas does?
Yeah, I
they
know
try
Vegas
to make
does.
odds so that more people put money in.
I guarantee
They don't tell
he
you
won't have a
anything.
single vote
Vegas
the next
has
time
nothing.
they do this.
Vegas is nothing. Stop with the Vegas.
Guarantee you that.
They're trying to get people to put money to make it attractive enough. Vegas doesn't dictate anything.
I guarantee it.
The writers do.
Right, and they about to write his name in. All right, on the way, we're going to talk some more hoops in just a moment. Right now, we got Martin Weiss. Going to get you updated.
Just days before his 49th birthday, Floyd Mayweather has announced he's going to end his retirement and resume his professional boxing career with after a 2026 boxing exhibition with Mike Tyson. He's expected to get back into the ring. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid said he and the team continue to have conversations with tight end Travis Kelce as he molds his retirement this offseason. Said there's open communication between both sides. The Dallas Cowboys released linebacker Logan Wilson. Remember, they traded for him earlier in the regular season. A Tennessee state judge denied Tennessee quarterback Joey Aguilar's request for an injunction to play for the Volunteers this season. That's going to probably end his college career. Kurt Cignetti got another raise. He's going to be now among the highest paid coach in college football, $13 million per season on a deal that runs to 2033. Got some NBA scores right now. The Cavaliers and the Hornets. Jared Allen has 11 points with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Cavaliers lead Charlotte 25-20. 2 minutes 45 seconds left in the first quarter. The Pacers lead the Wizards 21-19. And with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, the Jazz and the Grizzlies. Utah took a lead 22-19. Isaiah Collier has 9 points. And at the Winter Olympics, Jack Hughes had 2 goals as the U.S. men's hockey team routed Slovakia 6-2. They'll advance to the gold medal game against Canada on Sunday. Canada beat Finland in the other semifinal. Women's curling lost to Switzerland 7-4 in the semifinals. The American women will face Canada in the bronze medal match. Fellas, back to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Martin. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a funky flashback Friday. Where, of course, again, we got a lot of NBA to get to. The NBA action is back after the All-Star break. Coming up, we'll have Tyrack Play of the Day, Shekel City in just a bit as well. Want to squeeze in another call before we get to Ryan Field out there in New York? Oh, you got him? All right, we're getting to Ryan Field right now. ABC New York, lead sports anchor out there. Ryan Field, ABC. You can give him a follow there. Ryan, what's up, man?
What's going on, fellas? How we doing? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, man.
Yes.
We're doing good, man. We were just talking about just Cade Cunningham and obviously the way in which he played last night, Madison Square Garden, really to start the big NBA second half here, really third of the season. Tell me a little bit more. I want to start, since you're in New York, what was the mindset? Because the Knicks kind of can say, well, hey, the times we played the Pistons, we weren't fully loaded, we didn't have our full roster, so, well, this wasn't the excuse this time, and in fact, it was the opposite. The Pistons were without their all-star Jalen Duren and also B. Stewart, one of their better players too. What was the mindset of the Knicks, and then how they ended up not working out for them?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they tried to downplay it as just any other matchup, but given how those first 2 games unfolded, losing by a combined 69 points, make no mistake, this game meant a lot to them yesterday, if nothing else, just to change the narrative about these 2 teams and the way this season has gone thus far, especially in their head-to-head matchups. But to your point, the Knicks were basically at full strength, minus Deuce McBride, who is probably going to be out for the rest of the regular season, maybe into the playoffs. But the Pistons are without their all-star center, their backup big man, and the fact that they went in there and did what they did behind 42 points from Cade Cunningham basically sent a message not only to the Knicks but to the rest of the league that the Pistons are legit. They're not going anywhere. And frankly, given the age of their roster, they're only going to get better. So that was a clear message across the bow, shots fired across the bow yesterday, last night at the Garden. That was as impressive a performance as you're going to see in the NBA this season.
I think that's a mouthful, Ryan. What about Halliburton coming back, Tatum in the East? I get it. The Cavs have James Harden. It's a good game for Pistons. They did a number on the Knicks, but that's what happened last night, that the Pistons are going to the NBA Finals after beating the Knicks?
I don't think they're
February?
going to the NBA Finals. I think they're certainly a contender to go to the NBA
I'm not saying
Finals.
they're not a contender, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of factors in the East when you look at what's going on in the East that opens it up. Milwaukee, Giannis is hurt. There's a lot of things going on. That's not to take anything away from what they've been able to do. But this is not the Western. We would admit, right, the West is way tougher than the East. And with those injuries, and they're a younger team, and they got a great player in Cade Cunningham, it just seems like it's a little over the top that the Pistons have arrived and they're going to be running the East from here on out. I just think that's...
I mean, I don't know if you can say that they're running the East from here on out, but for a team that has, frankly, the best record in the NBA, they have certainly had to try to prove themselves over and over and over again in terms of, you know, NBA analysts like yourself, writers across the league, and making these statements. And what more do they have to do? I mean, you look at their record.
Nothing. They don't have to do anything else but doing what they're doing. But I'm not ready to. I'm not ready to crown them. It would be different if Tatum was playing in Boston and Halliburton was playing in Indiana.
What you want them to do, man? A time capsule? Go back in time? They're beating who's in front of them.
But if those teams were there and they were doing this, I'd have a different conversation for you. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, listen, all you can do is play the teams that are in front of you. You can't worry about injuries. Injuries are a part of the NBA every year, so you can't let that affect the narrative. What they're doing this year, given how young they are, is as impressive as something that we've seen in the league in a long time, in my opinion. Does that make them the favorite to win the NBA Finals? No, it does not. But it certainly puts them in the conversation. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I want to go back to the Knicks for a second here with the idea that Mike Brown was brought in there to really finals or bust, because otherwise what was the point of Tibbs? So they've had a good run, then they struggled for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden they got hot again and won 8 straight. Now they've lost, I think they're 2-3 in their last 5. How important is this season for that team in particular, with the age, with the fact that Giannis could be traded in the summer? How important is this season for the Knicks?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about why Mike Brown was brought in here, and that was to better manage the starters' minutes. Tom Thibodeau, of course, his reputation, playing his guys too many minutes, they wear down in the playoffs. They felt like, and by they I mean Leon Rose, owner James Dolan, they felt like Tom Thibodeau, the furthest he could get that team was them going to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They felt like they needed somebody who could get them to that next level, get them to the NBA Finals. And you look at what Mike Brown has done, and I think we can all agree that they have underachieved, given the roster, given the money they spent on these players, given the fact that they gave up 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. I think they've underachieved across the board, and people are pointing fingers at Mike Brown, especially look no further than Karl Anthony Towns, who has certainly taken a step back this year under Brown. And there's been reports about, maybe Towns not fitting as well into his offense and Brown not doing enough to maximize Cat's potential. So there's a lot of factors here at play, and games like last night are only going to make those murmurs grow even louder, frankly.
Ryan Field, go ahead. I was going to say Ryan Field, ABC in New York, lead sports anchor there, on with the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a funky flashback Friday.
Yeah, I still think for the Knicks, the only thing that matters is the postseason. That's where they have to make sure that they're there, ready to go. And even throughout these hiccups, winning every game in even if they won all 3 games against the Pistons now or whatever it was, it doesn't mean that you're going to advance and do what you need to do. I think Cleveland is out there. People don't want to buy into Cleveland. James Harden, there might be 1 year that this guy finally clicks in and plays, given that he's not the main guy or whatever, or has a good postseason, and that could change things. But those 3 teams mostly are the teams you're looking at. Cleveland with Harden, I think changes the dynamics a little bit. Do you?
I would agree with you on that. And Cleveland is another team up until this last, stretch of games that has underachieved this season based on what they did last year. And I know injuries have certainly played a part in them not being as good. They need to get Evan Mobley healthy, but you already see what Harden has done since coming on board. What have they won? 5-6 in a row already since since the trade. So they are certainly a team not to be forgotten. And, frankly, for the Pistons, that's probably not a matchup they would want in the playoffs because Cleveland has given them trouble here the last couple of years. So I think there's a lot to be ironed out here over the next couple months. But, Rob, I agree with you. None of this stuff matters until the postseason.
That's what it counts.
Yeah, and I think the NBA playoffs right now, I think if you ask 10 different people who's going to win, you're going to get 10 different answers. Yeah. And I think that's good for the league. I think it's as wide open as it's ever been. And frankly, I can't wait for April to get here.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be interesting because you got some teams who we talked about the Cavs there. Charlotte could be a tough first round pick play game for somebody who ends up being like a Pistons. Charlotte. Let me ask you this. Obviously, you're born and raised in Metro Detroit. You've seen all these Pistons teams. Rob and I were talking about this the other day. Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, one of the greats, talked about it as well. Rob was saying that he kind of wants this Pistons team, to have their own identity. I was saying, to me, they're just embodying what has seemed to have worked toward the Pistons teams, whether it be the Bad Boys or the Detroit basketball, playing hard-nosed defense and tough.
I don't think you could recapture what happened in 2004, and I know they want Mason to do that. I just think, why can't they have their own identity? I think it should be, and I get it. You were there, Ryan. Those 8 years were unbelievable to go to that arena, and with the horn, the work horn, and Mason,
the flames would come out,
and all of that. And I get it. People want to go back to what was great or whatever. But I hope they build their own thing.
I think they are, though. If you watch them, follow them, they're doing this. The Pistons won again.
Mason,
they throw
Ryan
the W.
doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, they have a singular star, and, you could argue Isaiah Thomas was the singular star of the Bad Boys, but they were the sum of their parts, frankly. I think the Bad Boys and the 04 team, where this Pistons team, I think Cade Cunningham is clear, far and away the best player on the team, and I think they are kind of carving their own identity because of that, because they have a quote-unquote singular star. And, you can have a franchise that, recognizes its past and honors its past and tries to live up to its past. And I think these guys, they understand what it means to play for the Pistons and kind of the badge of honor that represents. And I think they like going out there. I mean, look, you guys have seen Jalen Duren get kicked out of games. You saw it when Isaiah Stewart gets kicked out of the games. What are they doing? They're holding up their Detroit jersey as they're going to the tunnel, letting the fans know who they play for. And I think they are kind of buying in a little bit to that Bad Boys mentality. Do I think that makes them the Bad Boys part 3.0? No, I don't think it makes them that. But I think they're enjoying kind of being a part of this storied franchise and kind of playing into the tradition that goes along with that.
No doubt. Hey, we appreciate you, man. Have a great weekend. Ryan Field.
Great to see my Michigan guys doing things on the big stage. Miss you, fellas.
No doubt. Ryan Field, ABC.
All right,
give him a follow
ABC,
there.
See you later, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
No doubt. Appreciate it, man. Go ahead and give him a follow there. Tire Rack Play of the Day on the way, plus Shekel City as well. It is the Odd Couple, feeling good on a funky Flashback Friday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
Detroit basketball.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And Ron Harper.
Oh. What he didn't say it.
The former, do I think of him as a Cavs guard? Is that
I think Bulls. Even though he was a
star
with
at
the Cavs and
That's
Clippers.
And then he played for the Bulls as well. But he has not one but two sons in the association.
Two.
And so he was asked a question about his sons and participating because he was able to take part in the All-Star Saturday with his two sons. And he had this dig for one Mr. LeBron James.
Oh, let me hear.
Was this a vision you had? All-star like this?
I'm not LeBron James. I'm not going to tell my kids what they have to do. I just want to make
And basically,
hold on, run it back. Tell them what he said because they might not have heard that.
He just said,
"I'm not LeBron James. I'm not going to tell my sons what they have to do."
And his two sons immediately put their head down and covered their mouth
they're like, Dad, this was for us, not the world to hear.
What'd you say? Right? Was that out loud, Pops?
Pops, we not in the car. The three of us. The world is listening.
Yes. So it was pretty interesting. What'd you make of it? I'm gonna just get your thoughts.
I thought that was an unnecessary dig. Usually what we see in sports is the reason why you see Magic Johnson walking around and he's dapping up Dr. J, and he's dapping up a Big O, and he's dapping up Ant Edwards, and Ant Edwards is dapping up. It's usually, and you've been covering this league since
1987, Tim. Did
usually
you know that?
It's a walk around and it's a love fest, especially this particular weekend, right? We all brothers in this fraternity. And so I thought it was unusual and an unnecessary dig at your brother in that frat. But Ron Harper, that's kind of Ron Harper-like. If you've ever heard him say things and talk throughout the years, he's not a big talker. He doesn't do a lot of pods and everything. But the little bit of I've ever heard, a little bit I see, he's ready for the smoke and gonna let you know his mind. Even back when he was playing, that's just part of who he is. But I thought it was an unnecessary dig instead of just saying, "Oh man, what an opportunity to play with my sons. I love my sons. They've worked so hard. They've earned this." That was a great way to do it.
It was a dig at Bronny too. Basically, he's saying she doesn't deserve to be up here on the low. He didn't say it, but basically he's saying LeBron is the reason Bronny had got to this level at all.
But see, I'm gonna say this. That's because a lot of people that's what they feel. Is like Bronny is there because of LeBron, and people. You can say whatever you want. He was a highly recruited McDonald's all that.
That McDonald's was a stretch, too.
Okay, he averaged 5 points at USC.
Nah, he might have been a Burger King All-American. But
right. But you know what I mean.
That was a stretch.
He averaged 5 points at USC, a bad USC team. And I get he had
the medical issue.
Okay, yeah. And he can go play in the G League and light it up. There are a lot of players who can do that in that league. And that doesn't mean that it translates over into the next level or the next league. And I still believe that somebody like a Ron Harper, whose sons got in on their own, who they feel got in there on their own merit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the hard part for Bronny. That's why you don't want to do it that way. Because no matter what that kid does,
they're going
to say your dad got it because you had to go to the Lakers. He didn't was on a draft board and wound up in Orlando or somewhere else. This was all orchestrated, and that is the reason why people will never let it go or never let him stand on his own merit. And that's why I believe, too, as soon as LeBron is not in this situation or not, because he's already lost power. You saw it with the Lakers.
Yes.
He doesn't have the same power. I would be shocked that Bronny's on anybody's roster when LeBron retires. I would be.
That's not far-fetched. I mean, he hasn't been given that opportunity yet, or maybe he hasn't played enough to where you say, all right, we got to have him as our 9th man. Not that he's going to be a big-time player, but, some energy off the bench, maybe a guy we can develop. We'll have to wait and see.
I tend to just disagree, and only because the reason he doesn't get minutes with the Lakers is because the Lakers have expectations to win. But if you're Washington – and you can't sell tickets, and why not sign Bronny? He'll get playing time finally.
I get your sentiment, right? He's a star, but that becomes that.
And
novelty.
He's not trash. He's lighting up the G League, as you mentioned.
I've seen him when he's gotten extended minutes too in the NBA. And you can sit there talking about selling tickets. I think that's worn off. I'm dead serious because now. He's going back. He ain't staying in the league the whole time. If he was in the league the whole time, maybe you would have a point. He's in the G League, right?
Yeah. And also, you're watching him in L.A., where people literally went to high school with him or college, or they follow USC, they follow the Lakers, they follow LeBron. It would be interesting on a quiet night in Indiana. Sports Radio, the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin, Washington, on a funky Flashback Friday. Thank you to Ryan Field, joined us. Good conversation, and Rob G will get that up on the podcast a little bit later. Of course, Rob G always gets everything. We got the best of version, we got the full version, so you'll get that in just a little bit. It is now time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Crossover, Cade, step back, three, is good!
And he's looking at Sohan, telling him, what you gonna do, son?
We are seeing a special player in this building. Cade Cunningham has 40.
Pistons Radio there on your Tire Rack Play of the Day. It's brought to you by, of course, Tire Rack, and for over 40 years. Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. That's right, they will come to you wherever you may be. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. All right, let's get to Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
All right, 1-2 last night. That makes me 53-34 on the season. Just one game under the 20-game over 500 mark. We'll take that. 19 games over. Tonight,
who you got?
Best bet, I'm taking the Nuggets plus 1.5 at Portland. My best bet. I'm taking Brooklyn plus 17.5 at OKC. That number's ridiculous. And I'm going to take the Clippers plus 6.5 in Los Angeles here at Crypto, taking on the Lakers. So Clippers plus 6.5, Brooklyn plus 17.5, and the Nuggets plus 1.5. And remember,
what's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Might want to listen to you this year. Almost 20 games over. They might want to listen. Get a couple dollars. I got Rob G looking to see if how is Portland favored? Is Jokic out, Martin, or something? Am I missing something? Portland's up favored by 1.5?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
At home sometimes.
I know they played better.
They
They've
might
been
be
fighting
resting
this
some-
scene. That's
Yeah.
why I'm wondering. Like, my goodness. I know they just played last night, the Nuggets. Jamal Murray played, so maybe they're I'm like, okay.
Right, they beat the Clippers?
No, they lost to the Clippers.
Lost to the Clippers.
Yeah, it was
by 1.
Jamal Murray's out? Okay. I was going to say, somebody got to be out because ain't no way Portland
But it
should be
doesn't mean
favored.
that they can't win, right?
Right. No, I'm with you. That's why. But I'm like, Portland's been fighting.
If you follow that, and every time like a big time player, Wemby's out, they still win. Yeah, like a lot of times it's like if it was that automatic, Vegas
just because
would
the
be
guy was
broke.
out. Yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
Because you'd always pick it. You'd always say
just automatically, oh yeah, he's out, so I'll pick the team without their star, and you would lose. You'd be surprised.
Of course, and that's a good thing to have too. That you can still compete, can still play without your star players. Obviously, you couldn't do it for a long.
It can't be that predictable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like otherwise, there wouldn't be no betting. If
And
it
we
was
talk
that
about this all the
predictable.
time. Dudes can play.
Right.
Like
Guys
there's only
in the league,
450
exactly.
guys
There's
for a
400
reason.
jobs, right.
And they can play. Now again, what makes a star is they can do that every single night. But dudes can drop 30. You know, a guy you be like, wait, he only averages 8. He can put up 30 tonight. He can put up 35.
No matter what team,
they get
or
to
what
100.
position, what position that they're in, or, off the bench, whatever. Every one of those players in the NBA was a star in high school and college. Like just about. At
Right.
some point they were the best player on the court in the area wherever they grew up. Mr. Basketball. You can go look and see how many guys were Mr. Basketball. They're on the bench now on some teams.
That's the crazy part, right? You think I'm the man, I'm the one and only, and then you get in the league and you clapping it up Gatorade guy.
Right, because he might have been Mr. Basketball in a place where they didn't have a lot of good players or they didn't have as many schools. New York has 91 high schools when I was there. 91.
That's crazy.
Think of that number. I always marveled at that. That's a ton. 91.
Why do you think we don't have a lot for New York to be the biggest city in America? It's New York City. We know how much basketball. Why don't we get a lot of like hoopers from there? Like a lot of big names.
I mean,
because like basketball is the sport there.
But you had a run, and I think it goes back and forth. Like, there was at one point was a point guard, Mark Jackson, Rod Strickland.
Right, they had the guard, but I mean, like they didn't
Kenny
have like
Anderson.
They didn't have the Don Dadas. The guys. They had some guard. They had Steph. They had Kenny Anderson. They had Kenny Smith.
I could give you Lenny Wilkins is from I could give you a number of all time. If you go to the top 50 list, a lot of those guys were born in New York. Dr. J, Kareem.
I'm just more or less because there's so many but the Bay Area has put like.
I just gave you 10 guys, and you know what I mean? Or I could give you 10 guys, and they were on the top 50 list.
I just always thought because it's such a, as basketball heavy, it's more than anything. Just because the way it's constructed, like just put up a court and people will hoop anywhere because you don't have a lot of room for like football fields and all that.
Cyclical.
Cyclical.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like
there are areas that get hot. Like LA's got a billion dudes in the NBA previously, currently. You can go from the Russell Westbrooks to the Paul Georges to the James Hardens to the you can go on and on with the guys from LA. The Baron Davises. It's it's one of those. That's what I'm always like, man, I wonder if New York. But obviously with the point guards. All right, so yeah, we'll save this other one. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Can't wait to talk about something in our next hour that absolutely I want to hear your thoughts on this. It's about Draymond Green, and he's had some words for somebody in particular. And somebody was actually talking about how favorable and how much he means to that Warrior. So we'll get to that in the next hour as well. Make sure you stick with your boys. Rob Parker, MLB Bro, K-Dub Live for me, Odd Couple FSR. And again, always on YouTube. And don't forget to check out the pod. Draymond, you got some words for him. We'll hear him next. Odd Couple, Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Something spooky, I'll do for you. I'm just trying
Got the NBA back in full swing after the All-Star break. With about 3 minutes left in the first half, the Cavaliers have a 51-44 lead over the Hornets. Concanopoulos with 14 points for Charlotte. 4 minutes left in the first half, the Pacers having a 55-44 lead over the Wizards. 90 seconds left in the first half, the Jazz lead the Grizzlies 61-51. Heat with 22-14 over the Hawks. Davion Mitchell with 3 rebounds. He's Jalen Johnson with 8 rebounds. Tyler Hero back in the lineup for the Miami Heat. The Mavericks and the Timberwolves, Minnesota, with a 24-15 lead with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Dante DiVincenzo has 9 points. Floyd Mayweather announced he's going to be returning, back, ending his retirement after his spring 2026 boxing exhibition with Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather, he's going to compete professionally. I'm Martin Weiss.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on this funky Flashback Friday. The Odd Couple full effect, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. That's right. We still calling it brand new.
Brand new.
And you can watch us on YouTube right now. That's right. Simulcast us right now. Listen to radio, video of the two of us. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't stop there. You can give us the Knicks thumbs up icon or comment away. Let us know which one of us is more odd.
That is eternally
just right.
funny.
Check us out on the YouTube and watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Rick Bucher is coming up in about 28 minutes. Of course, Fox Sports NBA analyst and host of the On the Ball podcast. I should say On the Ball podcast. So Rick Bucher coming up as well. Draymond Green and the Warriors. I guess the Warriors owner came out and talked about how Draymond Green, I guess, was never going anywhere, and he's such a big part of what they've done. And I guess they have, no matter what's happened, they just look the other way. I've never seen.
You don't sound sold.
You
know, with Joe Lacob?
No.
That was never an option. We was never trading Draymond.
It's crazy to me.
He gang with us.
But Rob G, he did have glowing words to talk about.
I mean, you did kind of set it up already. I don't know what I'm doing here, but yes.
Well, you could give me a little more.
I mean, you kind of said it all there, but yes. Joe Lacob did a sit-down interview with Tim Kawakami, longtime Bay Area sports reporter. Now he's with the San Francisco Standard.
I remember when he came to New York, Tim Kawakami at the New York Times.
He's been around forever and a day.
And he worked in Philadelphia before that. I've known Tim for 40 years.
Mm-hmm. And so
he is good, and he's a good reporter.
They covered a lot of different topics, and one of the things they talked about was, of course, the reported failed pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo at the trade deadline, right? Like, they were supposedly one of the teams that were in it till the end, and they hopefully didn't get him. They got Porzingis instead. And in the sit-down with Kawakami, Joe Lacob mentioned that, you know, despite what you may have heard or what you may have thought, Draymond Green was never included in any of these Giannis talks, partly because they never really got to specific terms of a deal, but also because, according to Joe Lacob, Draymond Green is a core person in the Warriors franchise. And according to Joe Lacob, you don't just trade away a Draymond Green simply or easily. You do it if you have to, if you think you're getting a tremendous value. But long story short, Draymond means too much to this organization for us to just flippantly include him in any kind of trade talk.
Yeah. You want to go first on this?
Well, yeah, I'll just say it doesn't surprise me. Kind of with something you were alluding to. They have made all concessions for Draymond. Draymond has been the guy who's said things, who's walked off of benches, who's punched people, who's had to apologize left and right. But I think they're okay with that. They have made up in their minds that while Steph Curry sells jerseys, he sells popcorn, people come to see him, they know inside and out how vital Draymond is for that organization. And I think when you look at a guy like Steve Kerr, who played with the Bulls, who's from the 90s era, who got socked by Michael Jordan, I think he maybe has a mindset, Rob, of a little sock ain't nothing to it. You know, a little punch here and there. Hey, Michael Jordan punched me, I punched him back, and I earned his respect. And I think they have just made up their minds that he is kind of that lifeline for them. Steph's our best player. He gets our offense to go. He's the sexiest player. People buy tickets for him. But Draymond is what gets us going. Draymond is the guy in the locker room when something needs to be said, we'll say it. We talk about it all the time. Why wouldn't Steph Curry speak to Draymond, step up? Why wouldn't he challenge him? Why wouldn't he speak to this thing, this situation? That's just not his makeup. And I think they've realized they need that type of guy. Whether Kelvin Washington likes it, Rob Parker likes it, they feel like in their locker room, he's their guy. And I also believe Steve Kerr being coached up under Popovich and specifically Phil Jackson, where Phil Jackson would say, hey, everybody's a little different. I'm going to have to treat Shaq a little different than I treat Kobe. I'm going to have to treat Dennis Rodman different than I treat Pippen or Jordan. Rodman, I'm going to let you go to Vegas for a few weeks. I would never let somebody else do that. But go ahead and have you a few hours, a few days in Vegas because I know what you mean to this team. I know how vital you are. We're going to need you. So I think he comes from that school of thought. But they have locked in with Draymond. We've seen instances where you would think a coach would yell back at him, would suspend him, would fire, well, not fire, but, release him. And they haven't. And I think they've realized they've locked in. And he's the guy that, wrong or right, within our locker rooms, within the confines of this team, he is absolutely our leader. He's our best defender. He's the engine that gets us going. And I think they've just signed their name in blood with Draymond.
I couldn't disagree more. And I think the reason that we'll never look at the Warriors in the fashion that we should have looked at them will be because of Draymond Green and actually the damage that he's done. You could have all the Draymond Greens you want. Without Steph Curry, you're not winning the championships, or Kevin Durant. I don't care what he does, the dirty work and yelling at people in the club locker room. That all sounds good when you got a couple superstars knocking down threes from all over the court. He single-handedly cost the Warriors 3 championships. I don't care what anybody says. Getting suspended for that Game 5, right? That probably, if he plays in that game, that was when they were up 3-1. And the Warriors have on their record the biggest choke in NBA history. No team in NBA history had ever choked down a 3-1 lead. Thank you, Draymond Green. And after they lost, they begged Kevin Durant to show up in the Bay Area to rescue them. And guess what Kevin Durant did? He came and he rescued them. And he won 2 championships. He wasn't on the bus like Draymond Green. He was driving the damn bus and won 2 finals MVPs and was the best player without question. He took Steph's lunch money and his team when he showed up in the Bay Area. I don't care what you say. Oh, Steph was, acquiescent to KD and all that. No. If you're that guy, I don't care who shows up. I'm always going to be that guy. No matter. I can have complimentary.
KD was the best
plus.
player on the team.
He was the best player. Everybody knows it. And then he calls him the B word on national television and says to the guy, we won without you, we don't need you, and all that kind of stuff. And then they go and win another championship without KD. And guess who's the young guy who was supposed to be a part of the second wave with the veterans and the young players that they had drafted, and they were going to have this continued run and maybe be the San Antonio Spurs and have a 20-year window, right? And he sucker punches Jordan Poole. It makes you lose a lot of respect for Steve Kerr and what has transpired. Didn't even have the balls to suspend him. Instead, they allowed Draymond to go out and tell people that he took time away from the team and that he wasn't disciplined by the organization. Who does that? So while I get the importance of having a Draymond Green and the stuff that he brings to the table, don't get it twisted. He is not. He's the complementary player that you need, But without Steph, had he been drafted and gone to any other team, second-round pick out of Michigan State, he would not be going to the Hall of Fame or be in all these – he would not. Because those players allowed him to be able to do that stuff and not be looked at for shots and scoring points and doing that. That's why he didn't take the lucrative deal to go to the Pistons. You remember that whole thing when he could have gone back home? And because he knows he ain't that player. And he would never be that player going to join the Pistons.
No.
He
knows, but I think you're underselling that's what makes a team a team. Like, he knows exactly what he is.
I'm
going to be our best defender. I'm going to be our best passer, and I'm going to be the heart and soul. And I'm with you in that. He drives me crazy. We come in here 2-3 times a year. We got to talk about it because he did something, said something. That absolutely happens. I'll give you an example. You covered those Pistons, the Detroit basketball Pistons. If Rasheed Wallace, Martin, you know this as well, just from knowing the game. If Rasheed Wallace was more locked in, that Pistons team might have won another one. But so many games he get kicked out off the most random, like, it's first quarter. Why are you getting double teed up, yelling at the ref? Getting kicked out, not focusing. Somebody says he shoots too many threes under press, so now he doesn't shoot any threes to prove a point. Like, if Rasheed was locked in.
He's a better player than Draymond.
No, what I'm saying is, those are the guys where they drive you crazy, but you can't win without them.
No, but Rasheed didn't do the like the KD and the Jordan Poole. Those are bad things to me.
Well, I think KD was. I don't disagree.
That franchise.
The Jordan Poole is crazy. I mean, he just do two-piece to kid.
And if KD was still there, they might have won 2 more champions. I'm dead serious, and would have been an all-time great team. And instead, it got derailed.
So let me ask you something.
That's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying about him. Like, right, you're listing kind of what Draymond has done.
Because the 3-1 choke had something to do with him, too.
Well, y'all give way too many – I know you're not a Mr. Steph guy, but people give way too many passes to Steph. If you're the unanimous MVP
I don't give Steph.
And you got 3 games to win 1, Draymond only misses 1, Steph, I'm going to need you to win 1 of those 3. I give you, Draymond's out game 5. Steph, you there 5, you're there 6, you're there 7. This is back when I used to scream, Steph Curry gets the biggest passes that I'm just confused on how he got, because Kobe would never be able to be up 3-1 and just be and move on.
I've already documented he's the author of the biggest choke in NBA history. But my point is Draymond's antics, knowing that when he kicked LeBron in the
Kiwis,
right? Like knowing that this is going to cost you. What are you doing? And who was the other big man that they lost to injury?
Who was that? Bogut then? Bogut, yeah.
You know what I mean? Knowing that he's out, and then you're going to do that. That's the only thing I'm saying. Is that it didn't make any sense to me.
So here's my question.
That's why he can't be the greatest teammate.
Everything you said, again, is factual, right? He did this. He kicked this person. He got suspended. But that's what makes this more interesting, and why, to my point, that just screams even louder to me how much he must mean in that locker room, in that organization. That an organization that spends more than anybody, has no problem doing this. They go through the luxury tax. They got the new arena, all this. He's the guy. Clay's gone. Harrison Barnes gone. Livingston, everybody's gone. KD's gone. 2 people remain. You're obvious in Steph, and a guy that obvious people would say, well, why he's got to go? He's bad for the team. Yet the owner, not just the coach, the owner is saying, heck no, that guy can't go. Steve Kerr, heck no, I love Draymond. He can't go. That just shows me how, like, they're screaming. Like, I hear everything you said. I hear what I might say with Martin, with Rob G. That just screams to me how much they love him and how much he means to them.
Because they've had the Kevin Durant's and the stuff to be able to win those other championships. If you could have Draymond on your team, and if you don't win champion, there's no way you look at that. The only way you give him up.
But I don't think they win without Draymond.
No, I disagree.
I absolutely do not believe they win without Draymond. I think there are other players.
You don't win without Steph Curry or Kevin Durant. You don't win.
You absolutely don't win without Draymond.
You can find a player who could do some of the dirty work that you need him to do. I'm not saying they're going to do it exactly at his level, but shot making is a skill. And I'm telling you, you are not going to win if you don't have shot makers or people who can change.
Do you think those Bulls teams would have been that great without Rodman?
They won 3 without him. They
right.
won 3 without him.
I'm saying to be 6-0.
No, but I'm just saying they could have got. I'm not trying to discount Rodman, but they did win 3 championships without Rodman on their team.
It's just ironic that Rodman wins 2 with the Pistons. He wins 3 with he goes everywhere he goes, they're winner. I'm saying that type of guy is the final piece. I'm with you. Steph is Steph, KD.
No,
you need that
if you
final
don't have
piece.
Steph and Klay Thompson making those splash brothers and the threes. I'm just saying They hide Draymond because they were so good and so skilled.
You say they hide. I say he was the one. He led the team in assists.
Have you ever seen
he
him
was the best defensive
trying
player?
to make a basket when you need a basket from him?
Oh,
Like
he forgot how to play
kidding?
basketball on the scoring. I'm not arguing with. That's why I used the Dennis Rodman argument in that you just need the piece. Chicago knew they're going to need somebody for Orlando. They lost Horace Grant. He went to Orlando. They're balling out. They're great. And they said we need somebody. And they say, hey, look, this is going to be weird because we hate him because he was a Piston. We got to go get Rodman.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Has Draymond Green been more helpful or hurtful the last decade for the Warriors? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Will we give you insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Stick and stay.
Because the official Odd Couple team is
Detroit basketball.
in the US of A.
Excited about the second half of the season is not just the return of basketball, but because we may finally get a conclusion to the epic Kawhi Leonard Aspire saga. According to The Athletic's Sam Amick, the NBA had been prolonging their decision on this investigation. Even though they said the investigation is ongoing, they've been prolonging it until after the All-Star break because, as you know, the All-Star game was at Intuit Center or the Intuit Dome, home of the Clippers. They didn't want to really embarrass Steve Ballmer and do it before then and have everyone show up to his building and have it be real awkward. So according to Amick, now that the All-Star game has come and gone, the league is prepared, or the speculation is that the hammer could be dropped very soon. And by the hammer being dropped, we're talking draft picks taken away, massive fine, possible suspension for Steve Ballmer, and the granddaddy of them all, the voiding of Kawhi Leonard's massive contract.
Here we go. Is this on? I want you to hear this very loudly and clearly.
Okay, what you got?
The NBA can drop the hammer all it wants, and I'm okay with it if they have the evidence and the goods. But that hammer better be hitting Steve Ballmer and the front office, and it better not touch Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is the victim in this whole mess. He is the victim. He's not the problem, Kelvin Washington. Okay. He is not and should not be the focal point. Because guess what? Kawhi Leonard could ask for whatever he wants to ask. He has that right. Even if it's against the rules, he can ask for anything. It is the responsibility of the organization and the owner to say to Kawhi Leonard, we want you to play here, but guess what? We play along the rules. That's what kind of organization. We can't do this for you. Do we want you? Yes. Will we pay you as much as we can, the most? Yes. Don't make Kawhi Leonard the bad guy here. The bad guys are the guys who knew what the rules were and decided to go against them. Throw the hammer at Steve Ballmer. Throw the hammer at the Clippers. Do whatever you want to do. Kawhi Leonard should get no penalty. They can void his contract and say be a free agent. If they do that, do it ASAP so he can continue this unbelievable year he's having and go join another team. Clippers made the mistake. The Clippers are the ones who broke the rules that they knew were laid out by the NBA. I don't care what Kawhi asked for. Kawhi is the victim. Get this through your head. It's not the other way around. Kawhi is not the bad guy, and that's what the NBA should do. Come down hard on Ballmer and the Clippers.
You know what I just found out? That you did smuggle some bottles back. You've been sipping, and dang it, Rob G, when have you ever seen him drink something that's not like already in a lemonade or something in a bottle? I know you got wine in there. You have been sipping the sauce. I ain't buying nothing you told me. I'm glad you're back so I can get some lunacy that I need to address. Number one, Kawhi Leonard is a victim. What? Kawhi Leonard asks for outrageous things everywhere he goes. He routinely asks, I need a private jet. My uncle has to do this. I want to be the focal point, not the team. Can I have this? Can I have that? And you know what just happened here, Rob? You brought it up. He asked for something that he shouldn't have asked for. They obliged. He accepted it. You can't tell me, well, he can ask for something even if it's illegal. They don't have to give it to him. Well, they did, and he accepted it, and he cashed those illegal checks. He pulled up to aspire, and he aspired to get those checks, didn't he? If you don't cut it out, he's absolutely complicit in this. If anything, it's 50-50 at the least.
No, it ain't.
What do you mean it's not?
Because the team is the one that has to – they know all the rules and the bylaws. They knew what happened to the Minnesota Timberwolves when they did that with Joe Smith. You remember that? And they lost all those draft picks. So they know what the rules are. They know.
So wait, the rules, they were one-way rules?
No.
So only Steve Ballmer and then read the rules, not Kawhi.
Kawhi doesn't know what the rules are.
Kawhi, are you trying to stick up for him? All right, Alex. I see you. It is The Odd Couple. He is Rob Parker. I'm Kelvin Washington on a funky Flashback Friday. Rick Bucher, Fox Sports NBA analyst, host of the On the Ball pod, will join us here in about 6 or 7 minutes. Good to catch up with him. And with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all of our Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeartRadio app. So it'll always pop up there right at the top of your screen. All right, 877-99 on Fox, Rob. Talking about Draymond. Joe Lacob, the owner, has come out basically said he's untradeable. He's our guy, and he means too much to the organization. Rob says he's just been along for the ride, and they should be excited. Maybe even expendable. Is he expendable? Need for the right thing?
I don't think anybody else would want him. I don't think he works with anybody else. I don't. I think he fits that team.
Yeah,
I can't
I
see
get what you're
anybody
saying.
else.
I mean, at this point, especially
what would you be
this
giving
age.
up for him? Right. I don't see
You'd have to be a contender who feels like you need that one grit, play hard guy. Like, you know, like say if Denver, we needed another guy. Like we're right there. We just need one more guy to play some defense, come in and be tough. Like that type of team. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right, John in Durham, North Carolina. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John? How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Excellent, John. Thank you.
Okay, so Normally, I am on your side, Kelvin, but I have to absolutely disagree with you on this one. Does Draymond cause more hurt than harm? Probably not more hurt than winning, but he's definitely not a necessity the way you're making him out to be. I'm gonna tell you what Draymond is. He is the shake or the dessert to the meal when you're out at a restaurant. If you go to a restaurant, you have a banging meal, and then they say, "Oh, we don't have a dessert." You still have a complete restaurant, and you can easily go somewhere and get dessert. It doesn't ruin the whole meal. He may not even be the dessert. He might just be the cherry on top of the dessert that can probably
that's extreme.
be replaced with another role player anywhere in the league.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Because the way the NBA works, we know this. Will he be a Hall of Famer?
No, but that it's not an NBA Hall of Fame.
That's not fair.
I asked a simple question.
But that doesn't.
Basketball.
Tracy McGrady's a Hall of Famer, and he couldn't get out of the first round.
What I'm saying is,
what does that mean?
I'll tell you exactly
what
that means. So a guy who's been a multiple-time All-Star, a guy who's been a defensive player of the year, a guy who has been now I don't know how many daggone finals. I disagree with the cherry on top. I'm not saying he's a steak. Absolutely not. I'm not saying he's a lobster. But the idea that he's not a nice component to the meal, maybe the good old mashed potatoes, I disagree with.
He couldn't lead a team to win anything.
But he doesn't have to.
No, but that's what I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying, there's only a handful of guys who can lead a team. There's like 5, maybe, in an NBA at a time. Maybe.
Darren in Maryland, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Darren?
What's up, Rob and Kelvin?
What's up, Darren?
How are you?
Hey, first of all, I'm great. I'm a diehard Steph and Warrior fan, and I'm gonna tell you like this. I say Draymond's been both a benefit as well as detrimental. Early, when he had to earn his stripes and replace David Lee, he was a benefit because he found his niche. He knew I got to do all the dirty work. Steph and Clay made him look great, but his niche is the fact that he knows how to get them the ball where they need it, which is a very important skill set, a la Magic Johnson, knowing how to get shooters the ball in their pocket so they don't have to do a whole lot of work to get that shot off. The detriment is this. He cost the Warriors the opportunity to be the greatest team of all time, having the greatest season of all time when he fell for LaFlop James's tricks.
Thank you.
He let LeBron change the momentum. And for everybody who keeps saying Steph choked and couldn't get those games over, anybody who plays sports know once you lose momentum in any series or any game, no matter how great you are, it's hard to get that back once the other team gains momentum on you. No matter how great you are. And he cost the Warriors
Darren.
Yes.
I will give you. He lost the game. He was out of game. I get that. You had 3 games for the unanimous MVP and the rest of the team. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Game 5, they would have loved to have had him. But you got 3 games? You couldn't win 1?
Justin in New Mexico, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Justin?
Hey, fellas, how y'all doing on this Flashback Friday,
man? Doing good, brother. Doing good.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, y'all look really good on the tube, man. I ain't going to lie to you, man. Y'all both looking sharp.
You see the hat there? You see that? The Tokyo Giants hat my man Gabe just gave me? Yes.
What's the back? Let me see the back. What does the back look like? It's got their logo. That's
it's got like the
Tokyo logo. Yeah, I like that.
Nah, I love it. I just had a couple points, man. First one was I think Draymond helped and hurt him during their run. They needed his toughness, but I feel like Curry gave him too much leash, man. Like and the second point is this ain't the 90s with Rodman in the late 80s. Like it's a different NBA, so he can't play that same style. Like Rodman was a beast, right? You got away with a lot more back then. I think Draymond's temperament, I think they just gave him too much leeway.
I agree with that. But that's where I meant when I said Steph isn't quite the leader that they need. And I think that played a big role. If Steph was more of a leader, I agree that I think they would have way less of a leash with Draymond. I think he's had to be that leader of that team, and that's why Steve Kerr, Joe Lacob, and them guys love him. Hey, thanks for the calls. Rick Bucher on the way right now. Martin Weiss is going to get us updated on what's trending. Hey, Martin.
Third quarter just started for the Cavaliers and the Hornets, 59-56 the lead for the 62-56 lead. Jared Allen knocking on the door of that double-double with 15 points and 8 rebounds. Con Knuppel with 21 points. so far in the early goings. 7 minutes left in the third quarter for the Pacers and the Wizards. Indiana with a 74-69 lead over Washington. The Jazz lead the Grizzlies 75-71. Kyle Filipowski with 16 points and 3 steals. The Heat lead the Hawks 50-46. Tyler Hero back in the lineup today. He's got 13 points. He had a rib injury that he was out with more than a month. Again, that's 50-48 with about a minute left before the end of the first half there. 5 minutes left in the first half. Minnesota and Dallas. The Timberwolves have a 53-41 lead. Dante DiVincenzo has 9 points. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Bucks have a 1-point lead over the Pelicans. And the Nets and Thunder with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Thunder lead 15-14. Indiana reworked the head coach contract of Curt Cignetti. He's going to now make more than $13 million per season on a deal that runs through 2033. That ties him with Kirby Smart at the top of college football. And you know who else is up there, Kelvin? Lane Kiffin. You want to talk about the most? That might be the worst deal in college football right there.
He has lost up in life. He just keeps going up and down that roller coaster. Now to the hitting a great job and big money.
I know I caught your eye this there. I just found that one fascinating this morning. The other one I found fascinating, I'll leave you with this. The Clippers are at the Lakers tonight, right? So they travel across town. Luka, Austin Reeves, and LeBron in the lineup today. This will be the 11th time this year that those three have played in the lineup, fully healthy, all of that. So Lakers trying to sign up for this second half push. Fellas, back to you.
Hey, that leads to a great question, and I'm going to have a conversation. I'm going to throw this at Rick here in just a moment. It's the odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a funky flashback Friday. We'll get to Rick Bucher in just a little bit. That, Martin, to your point, I was talking to Rob G earlier, and it leaves the Lakers. If you're the Lakers and you need a little bit of hope, that's what you sell yourself on. You sell yourself on, hey, man, we've only had 11 games. This will be our 11th game with the big three. I don't think they have enough comprised. You know, I've said it before.
How are you going to sell that when nobody's playing defense?
I'm saying that's what they can sell themselves.
I don't think you could even sell yourself.
We haven't seen the best of us. We've only seen 10
those
games
three guys
with the three of us.
Those three guys don't play defense.
Oh, you ain't lying about that.
I'm just saying, like, you could do that. Oh, well, we haven't, dude, when they've played, that's the problem. Even when they've been out there.
They've had to score a $120, $125, $130 to win the games.
Even have a chance to win.
And that's, to me, the issue with when I look at the Lakers. Like, they'll have buckets. LeBron has nights where he's still incredible. We know that.
Luka scores 40 points, and they don't win.
Luka goes crazy as well. And then Austin Reeves, when healthy, has been averaging. Him and Luka were the first, third of the season, give or take, were the best scoring duo. The issue is they can't get stops. The issue is they have no athleticism and speed, and that's what keeps hitting them in the postseason. Is that, and just even a regular season, teams go, all right, it's 48 minutes in this game. We're just gonna keep running at you, keep running at you, keep running. And I know LeBron gonna get gas just because he's 72 years old in the NBA terms. Luka is the oldest 26-year-old, so he's and he's not gonna give you the max effort on defense. So just keep running at them, and that's been the issue right there. But it'll be interesting with the Clippers to see coming off that back-to-back. I mean, second half of the back-to-back when they got a good game last night against the Nuggets. Jamal Murray, I don't know if you saw this. This is his third time this season where he's had a chance to win or tie a game because he gets fouled on a three-point shot, and he keeps missing his free throws, which he shoots 89% from the free throw line. So he's usually more of you think of him as a clutch guy or guy who makes big shots. But
he does. But some guys, when there's nobody in front of you, and you have to think about it, they don't make it. I always said a lot of success of the Pistons that we talked about, the 2004, you had two guards who controlled the basketball in crunch time, and both of them, Chauncey and Rip, made free
87
throws.
and up.
Yes, they didn't, you got to be able to have that because at the end of the game, you might not get buckets, and your look
especially that era of basketball.
Yeah, you would get fouls, and you got to be able to make those. You can't be splitting them or going 0 for 2. Seriously, I just used to marvel at it. Those guys were so good.
Chauncey would be 88, 89. Rip would be 86, 87%. Yeah, that's what makes Jamal Murray weird. He's, like I said, they were showing the highlights earlier that he's spent 3 games this year, including last night. He gets fouled on threes, got 3 shots to either win or tie, and he misses. And he did it again against the Clippers. And, by the way, the Clippers been playing some good basketball, too. They have the best record, I believe, since December 18th. So they've been playing some good ball as of late. Joined now by Rick Bucher, Fox Sports NBA analyst, host of the On Ball podcast. Rick, what's up, brother? How you doing?
What's happening?
What is happening, fellas? How are we?
We're doing good, man. Happy Friday to you.
Thank you. You survived All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really too much in the streets. I was living through Rob's Instagram.
Yeah, well, the best part about it was I had a section to myself in the media lounge. You know what I mean? In the media seats. Rick.
What are you doing? Media doesn't go to All-Star games, All-Star game anymore.
Rick, the hell.
Hey, unless you're selling a brand, unless you're an influencer, you're not. That's not your.
Well, Rick,
that's not your event. But by the way, we all live through Rob's Instagram. Page.
Yeah, of course. And Rob, Rob's got a million brands. Like, what do you got on today? It's MLB, bro, because you need to know. He's got the Black Writers Hall of Fame. I mean, it's always something with Rob. You never know.
But Rick, I do want to ask you, just before we get into some other stuff, the last couple of years in San Francisco, they had empty seats. They had empty seats here. Like, you can't hide from that. People just said the prices are just ridiculous, and I'm not in love with these guys and how they play the All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the case. I'm hoping that with Victor Wembanyama and the new guys, the new young guys, and the way they've come in, that we're going to have a changing of the guard. Because it really comes down to if the best players say, hey, you know what, we're going to compete. Michael Jordan at one point walked in the locker room and said, hey, everybody's putting up $100K, both sides. And that's what we're playing for. And $100K today isn't what it was
back then. Yes, that was big money.
But the point was, hey, we're going to play for something and we're going to compete. And we hit this era after Kobe. Russell Westbrook had a little bit of it, but it was almost like they mocked Russ for playing hard and trying to win MVP. It was a too cool for school kind of, I don't know, era. And I think with Victor and the Cade Cunninghams and the Jalen Durrans, I'm hoping that we're going to get back to guys competing because they want to compete. Because what we got to see was, the unofficial hierarchy. When guys play and they call each other out and they go one-on-one, like, that's what we all want to see. We want to see basically a pickup game among the best players in the league. And if they don't play like they care, then we don't get to see that. But I was flying. I didn't go because I'm not an influencer, so I don't go to All-Star games anymore.
Wow. Unbelievable. Hey, Rick,
I was flying. So I was in an airport, and I was like that commercial where everybody's watching on the guy's computer, and then they cheer when their flight was delayed. My flight was delayed, and I couldn't have been happier because I got to watch the rest of the All-Star game.
Right,
yeah.
nice.
Hey, Rick Bucher, our guest on with the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on this Funky Flashback Friday. I want to go here. I'm watching right now one of our TVs in here, Rick.
Yep.
And I might need some glasses because it's just hurting my eyes watching this. Utah-Memphis. Oh, it is atrocious. And these are two teams, Rick, we know tanking is happening. I mean, I'm looking at guys, I can't name one player out there. So now they've put out some thoughts that the NBA may be having. Flattened lottery odds, 2-year record allocation, consecutive top 4 pick limits, all these things. Just what do you think of the NBA jumping and saying, all right, we know y'all been tanking, but dang it, Utah and some other teams, why'd y'all make it so obvious? Now we got to come out and be hard on you.
Yeah, honestly, the great question I have is, would they be doing all this? Would there be all this concern if they weren't taking gambling money? If they didn't have gambling partners? To me, that is the driving force here. Because look, I've been covering the league for more than 30 years now. My first year in the league, Don Nelson, halfway through the season, they had a bunch of injuries. And he decided, you know what, I'm going to try to get my big man. And his big man was Sean Bradley. That's who we wanted. So he started, this is my first year on the beat. Tim Hardaway has 27 points through the 3 quarters, and they're beating the Los Angeles Clippers in L.A., and he sits Tim Hardaway for the entire 4th quarter. And I'm like, and at that time, like, you couldn't even say the word tanking. Like, it was just illegal to say tanking. It was also illegal to suggest that there was any gambling connected to the NBA. So that's how much we've changed. But we asked Nelly what had happened, and he said, Tim's knee was acting up, and so we go in and talk to Tim. We go, so, what's up with your knee? And he didn't know which knee it was that was bothering him. So my point being, tanking has gone on forever and in obvious ways, but we have more attention on every game, and we have gambling involved in the games now. And so this is really protecting, in my mind, this is the NBA protecting their business relationships as opposed to being concerned about and I'm using air quotes here, the integrity of the game. Because gambling has been going on since I covered the league, and the league has grown and developed just fine. The reality is you have smaller markets like Utah, like Charlotte, like Memphis. If they make a financial mistake, or if they simply they can't get superstar free agents, if they're looking for their next cornerstone star, the only way they're going to get one is through the draft. So I'm with Mark Cuban. I really don't have a problem with it. Just don't lie to me. Just yeah, you know what? We are tanking. Don't bet on our games. Don't buy tickets.
Okay, now there you go. I'm glad. I if you didn't say that, because that's where I have the pushback. I don't think it's right for people to spend their money, and if you're not going to try and you're going to say you don't, then you should play in front of empty seats and tell people to come back in 5 years. I'm dead serious. That's the part I will never accept, because people are paying their hard-earned money.
You're right.
And it's a fraud. It's a fraud.
100%. And I would say, when a team makes that decision, when they make a concerted decision that they are going to tank and they're going to try to lose games, then I think there should be some compensation for the fans to say, hey, you know what? If you want a discount on a ticket next year when we're ready to go, we will happily give that to you. We will give some sort of benefit to you, because the reality is it's more valuable for us. It's more valuable for Utah to go get a A.J. DeBonsa kid coming up in their backyard and adding him to the equation than any other cost it could be, including a $500,000 fine.
100%.
Yeah, the money will never do it.
Right. But it's just the fans that I look out for. I feel so bad, Rick, because people go to these games, pay $500-$600 for tickets.
Might be the only one they see for years.
Right. It might be a Christmas gift or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then guys aren't playing and all kinds of stuff. It is really bad. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that because we get in for free and we're not paying $600. And it's their little boy's birthday, and this is all he wanted. It's painful. I see guys complain all the time.
But consider this: like, why wasn't anybody up in arms when the load management stuff happened? Wasn't that impacting wins and losses? Wasn't that impacting I don't know, the odds of teams winning? Wasn't that impacting the value of that ticket to a fan? And I wasn't hearing the same outcry until now. It has become clear that there's a couple of teams that are angling for.
Right.
And let's keep in mind this particular draft. This draft has this from talking to all my people. This is a generational draft. And if you look at the two teams that got fined, the part that makes me laugh is they loaded up at the trade deadline. They went and got better. So what they're basically saying is, we're primed. We want to get one of the great players out of this draft, and then we're ready to go next year. So this is to me a surgical strike and a 1 year. This is a special draft. We're going after it. Utah got better adding Jaren Jackson and basically took a lot of their future draft assets in order to get Jaren Jackson. So this is clearly this is a 1 year deal. They're planning to go after it next year. And Indiana did the same thing, went out and improved. So I just look, it's maybe I'm a little bit, I don't know if it's jaded or I've just seen it long enough that it's gone on. And I have a harder time when teams are lying to the media and lying to fans to pretending they're not tanking when it's obvious that they're doing it. I'd rather have them just be out front and say, what, let's find other ways to improve the fan experience for now, or we'll give you a discount going forward, because this is going to make us a better team. And don't you want a team that's capable of winning more games?
And Rick, here's the last word on it. They could just change the pricing, and it should be pay as you exit. So you can determine after the game.
Hey, that was $3 worth of game right there.
Rick, pay as you exit, and then that's it.
This is why people follow your Instagram account, because you're a man of the people.
Hey, I tell you what, they might get
Thanks,
money when
Rick.
they leave, Rob, watching this Utah-Memphis game. They might give them some money, Rick. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You got it, guys.
No doubt. All right, Rob, you're saying it ain't a Disney story anymore. We'll tell you what we're talking about. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
About Darren Peterson, Rob G. And
yeah, it's getting the issues are getting real with him. I mean, Bill Self, Rob G, he had been trying to, well, it's just a lot going on. He's trying to figure it out. And now Bill Self's had enough.
That's right. You guys talked about it with Matt Babcock in hour 2. If you missed it, check out the podcast. 23 games the Jayhawks have played this year. Darren Peterson, the best player on the team, arguably the best player in the upcoming NBA draft, has only played in 15 of them due to various...
Kyrie played in 11. Oh, I'm sorry.
You let me set it up, Rob. Due to various issues. He had an ankle issue. He had a hamstring issue. He had a flu issue. And
he had the flu.
Apparently,
you got one more time.
He's got a cramping issue. And of those 15, he only finished 12 of them. He left 3 early because of some sort of ailment, including last night. In a game that they won pretty handily, he was the best player on the floor by far, lit him up for 23 points in like 18 minutes, but he pulled himself early in the second half due to cramping, is what he said. Bill Self, to Kelvin's point, seemed a little miffed about it. Take a listen.
Well, we've had it more than a couple of times, and I didn't anticipate that tonight at all. I thought he was good to go, but obviously we only got 18 minutes out of him, and that's disappointing because he could have had a really big night. But one thing about it is it's happened often enough that our guys have learned to play without him, even though that's not the way we want to play. But that's certainly something that we're not unaccustomed to, right now.
I got one thing to say. Bill, sit yourself down.
Sit yourself down. First of all, you went on this trip, and Rob G, Monty, Alex, I don't even know who this guy sitting to my right is anymore. You come back, you're new, Robbie Cochran. You are public defender number 1. Usually, if I'm writing, I'm ripping. If I'm debating, I'm hating. I don't know who you are today. Giving up all this love and you out here posting everybody's bail. Well, if he's hurt, he's cramping? LeBron got ridiculed. Other players get ridiculed for, I got a headache. Scottie Pippen still can't live down. He had a migraine.
I covered that game. I saw Scottie Pippen with the ice pack on his head.
And he had a migraine. Michael Jordan still won't let it go. And now this dude, and they show the video of him. He gets a bucket, and he turns around and he just points to the bench like, yeah, come get me. I got enough now. I'm going to play my little 18, 19 minutes. Get me out of here. This is crazy to me for multiple reasons. I get it. I've said it. I don't like the one and done. I wish he could have just gone straight to the NBA. You and I have said it. I've been screaming that for a decade and since I've been on this show.
This is what the players voted for
in the
CBA.
I know, and I don't like it because he has to now play this game where, all right, I'm going to show up just enough. I'm going to play just enough to remind these scouts that I'm good, show them that I'm a top 1, 2, 3 pick, and then I'm going to go sit out. And it's ruining it for his teammates, and that's what I don't like. This is the current process, Rob. It sucks. I hate it. You hate it. But this is what it is, so I don't like that now how he's playing it. Because to me, you had an opportunity to go to the G League. Okay, you can go overseas. You could just sit out a year and just sit up at some, training around the country and just wait till they come get you. But you chose to go to Kansas. You wanted to play. Play. Just play. Because what it concerns me of.
I would want the guy, don't get me wrong, I want the guy to play. But I dare those general managers who are going to, seriously, your job is to acquire talent for your team. If you pass on this kid who might be a little immature, might have the wrong people talking to him, you can't deny talent. You know what I mean? Like, there's a degree. Sure, there are guys who aren't as talented, who follow the rules, who are going to show up every day, but they're not good. They're okay. You know what I mean? But they're not good. I'm sorry. And I would hope that you could get there, but talking about it and keep doing the same thing, like that's why Bill Self and that, well, we were expecting him to do this, and we've grown accustomed to just like that is him trying to make the kid feel guilty.
That's
what that conversation.
I'd rather you say, "Hey, I'm not going to play the rest of this year." Ain't that what Jalen Johnson did of the Atlanta Hawks? He said, "No, I'll get somebody else to do it."
So if I'm a reporter there, and I'm not lying, you know I would. So Bill, why do you keep playing him? Bill, why don't you take him off the team?
And that's a fair question.
Bill, why don't you be the adult, and why don't you say, dude, this is not good enough for us. We need you. If you can't play, we would rather you not play at all.
And that's
Bill,
a fair
why?
question.
You know why they won't say that? Because they know how talented he is. Bill Self's trying to win a championship, and he knows he can't win one without that kid. That's my issue. Bill Self, be the bigger man, be the adult in the room. And if it bothers you that much, then tell that kid that he's not. Give me the uniform back. I don't want you. You can't play for this team if you can't give me and play all the time, or there's always an excuse. But they're not man enough to do that, to stand up to these kids. And instead he goes in front of the media and cries like a damn baby. I can't believe he won't play.
Boy,
and we were expecting them.
Whatever happened to forget the powers that be?
Baby talk.
Now it's Bill Self. It's Steve Ballmer and the Clippers. No personal accountability anymore. I don't even know who you are. What are you telling your mentees? Fox Sports Radio, it is The Odd Couple. He's Rob, I'm Kelvin on a Funky Flashback Friday. Shout out to Ric Bucher, just joined us. We'll have that up on the podcast here in just a little bit. And when the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve got your back with up to 12 hours of body pain relief. Per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief this winter. Try Aleve, use as directed for minor aches and pains. And thankfully, we're done with the rain out here in Southern California. We're back to the little sunshine. Enjoying that.
Thanks, Dallas Reigns.
No, I got you. I got to hit you with the little fist thing, too.
Yes. And the tan, you got your tan is a little too light for Dallas.
Racist.
Just stop right now. Okay.
And the hair.
Stop.
Frizzle.
Rob,
right?
your mic is on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rob, caution.
Your mic is. You know I see all these people at the Emmy. You know I'm hosting the Emmys again this year.
Sorry, again? They give me anybody else?
Is nobody better?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. 2
Rob
years
G got
in a
my
row.
back. Thank you, Rob G. Go Dub. Yeah. I appreciate it. 2 years in a row.
And you know, I'm surprised. I thought after having to pronounce all those Spanish names that you would.
That was when I was a presenter. They were
saying.
like, I opened the envelope. Boy, Alex, I was up there fighting for my life.
I can imagine.
For my life.
Let me tell you something. If they could ask me, and I'd be like, "Come on."
I literally go up there.
I got no shot at pronouncing all these.
So when you say
like,
ethnic, how ethnic are we talking?
No, this was. I went up there and they were like, "He's a brother. He can get it." And I was like, "All right, cool." Noticias, Telemundo, Cincoros at Cinco. Hey, they're like, they won. I was like, "Yeah, y'all won. Come on up here."
Caesar,
coming
Guillermo,
up next.
You know, like 8 names, and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't."
Dick poop.
Nueves News a las 8 at 8 goes to Alex. I was out there fighting for my life.
There's no way. Where can I watch this?
What year was that?
But at least
that was like maybe 4 years ago.
I have to watch it.
At least, you know, like this is a big Hispanic community,
Oh, yeah.
and they swept all the awards.
They did.
They won all of them.
Dude, they won
Best newscast, best
morning,
everything.
midday, and evening.
I'm serious, and good for them.
That's why Bad Bunny's number one.
Well, I don't know if other people knew that.
Oh, it's okay.
They got issues with that.
That's fine.
Somebody cracked a great joke. Josh Johnson, I don't know if he's like merging. He said, "So y'all want me to think the country that don't like to read actually wanted subtitles?
Yes.
Y'all wasn't gonna read, dude. He had a hilarious.
That's funny.
He was freaking hilarious with that. But anyway, all right. We were gonna talk about something else, but we ain't gonna get to that segmenting because you had some thoughts.
You okay, Rob? You look a little shook.
You're all right. You're all right.
I'm okay.
Tell me, Rob, what's
I
up?
wasn't gonna bring it up, but you do look a little shook at the
No one's here, Rob. Just you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the show. I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Okay.
Rob
I don't buy
G,
that, Alex.
Rob G already knows that me and him have an issue.
Oh,
and
no.
We'll hash this out.
Oh, no.
It'll be hashed out at some point.
At 6 o'clock?
No.
9 o'clock on the East?
No. It might be
What
2
are the
years.
Robs beefing
After
about?
He realized I haven't talked
Find
to
out
him.
next.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Jared Allen's got a 24-point, 10-rebound double-double with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter as Cavaliers lead the Hornets 90-89. Concanopoulos with 27. The Pacers and the Wizards, Washington with a 104-99 lead over Indiana. The Jazz have only scored 8 fourth-quarter points. Grizzlies 21. This was a close game a minute ago, 108-96. Memphis over Utah, 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Heat lead the Hawks 69-60. Tyler Hero with 16 points in his first game back in more than a month. The Timberwolves with a 69-57 lead over the Mavericks. Anthony Edwards with 20 at the half. 90 seconds left in the first half. The Bucks lead the Pelicans 67-61. And with 6 minutes left in the first half, the Thunder with a 10-point lead over the Nets, 36-26. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Hour number 3 on this funky Flashback Friday.
Number 3.
It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington here on Fox Sports Radio. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. That's right. We have our own YouTube channel. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Make sure you don't get it mixed up with the Jason Smith channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
You almost made it 3 hours. You went 2 hours and 2 minutes.
Don't stop there. Hit that Knicks thumbs up icon and comment away. That's right. Let us know which one is more odd. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious.
Kelvin Washington.
Check us out on YouTube and watch us right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe.
Do it!
There you go. And don't forget, coming up in this final hour of the program and for the week, last call, and you'll be able to get in on some topic maybe you weren't able to get into coming up. And next week, too, I'm really excited. I just want to mention I'm going to be at Syracuse speaking to the students at Newhouse. Really looking forward to that. A couple of my mentees are still in school there, so they're excited that I'm going to make it to campus and talk to the students. I'm going to see the NABJ chapter on campus.
Oh, nice.
Going to have a little wings and pizza kind of meet and greet with them students. And then the next day, I'll do like a fireside chat and talk for an hour with the Newhouse students. So
what you going to tell them?
It's 3 things. It's versatility.
That's key now more than ever.
Right, and that's the big point is that you got to be versatile. You know, for me in my career, 40 years, the reason it's lasted 40 years is I've changed when things have changed. And a lot of people that I know who were in the business with me when we started became dinosaurs. Oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing social. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that.
Right.
You know, you find yourself not working, not relevant. It's hard to be relevant 40 years after the fact. I don't care what you're doing. So versatility, and then you also want to make sure that you have a legacy. What is your legacy? What are you working towards? It's not just you, and always remember that it's never just about you.
I think
to me, it's versatility, longevity, which is being reliable, being there, doing a good job where you can stick around, and then legacy. So those are the 3 things I want to.
And they kind of go hand in hand, right? If you're versatile, you can have the longevity, which would then last to a legacy. But your last point you said, I think we're in a weird era where everything is about me now, you know? And so meaning like legacy, well, oh, yeah, I forgot I got to give back, spend time, develop.
I think people are missing the boat. I really do.
Like, because that's what we're in this era now. It's me. Look at me. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm posting. Look what I'm sending. Look at me. As opposed to, yes, you got to do what you got to do, obviously, to elevate, to grow the brand, grow what you do. But like you mentioned, who are you helping along the way? Who are you throwing the rope back to? Who are you putting the ladder back down for?
And it's not just for, like, accolades or doing it so people – it's not. Because I'm going to tell you this. I look back and, like, looking at stuff, old newspaper clips and stories that were written. I was going back to my high school 4 years out of college talking to students. So it's not a Johnny-come-lately, Rob trying to – no, this has always been a part of who I am and trying to help people realize their dreams because people help me. And I just think people should think about that. No matter what job you're doing, what career you're in, mentoring, helping people along, I think it goes a long way.
Without a doubt. We all need that. And I think people will be shocked how much people need it around them. Like that, just that kid in your neighborhood who, like, man, if you went over there, hey, man, you holding the bat too just a little too tight and loosen up, just spend a little time with people, you'd be shocked how many people need your help.
J.R. Gamble grew up in my neighborhood. He's a lot younger than me. Grew up in my neighborhood, and every day he'd go to the corner store, and Julie, who ran the corner store, had my Newsday column out, ripped out of the paper, taped up every time I wrote a column in Newsday. So he kept going, why do you have that?
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy that you keep? He grew up in the neighborhood, grew up down the block. What? And he wanted to be a sports journalist, and that's how we connected.
Dude,
that's the
that
kind of stuff
matters,
I'm talking
without
about.
Without a doubt.
All right. So
we
let's
covered
get
everything?
here. Yes, we did.
All right, we covered everything.
I just want to make sure that we get there. So when I'm missing next week, people will understand I'm trying to do God's work. Chris did God's work in one way. I'm trying to do God's work in another way.
That's all right. We're gonna get you to come to church too. Then we'll have really completed it. At that point, boy, you
Chris
might be
couldn't get me to
Deacon
church,
Doctor.
but
You
you
might be
never know.
Deacon Dr. Parker at that point. Reverend Parker. Ha. Reverend. What we talking about now? Hallelujah. What we got? Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard obviously has had an interesting, what do we want to say now? Like week or so, you go from the scandals, the investigation, to having an amazing All-Star game, to then obviously having some comments about where he and his team are. And this is what Kawhi had to say.
I'm just developing over time. I mean, I think it's over now. It's the second half, like fourth of the season left. But, every day is a day to grow, a day to learn and get better. So, you just got to keep looking over time and see in 2 weeks if we getting better and, see what happens from there.
He was asked, where they were and to think that thoughts of contending. He said he thinks it's over now. But so I what's interesting about this is he thinks, it's over now, but this is a conversation we were having when they asked LeBron this last week, and he was like, look, I don't think we're contenders right now. Like, dude, look at that team we just played. It was the Thunder. He was like, that's a championship team right there. But what's weird is, if anything, the Clippers right now, they've had the best record in the NBA since December, I believe, was 18th. He's playing great. They won a big game against the Nuggets yesterday. He's obviously playing top 2-3 player in the league right now. He's playing a lot of games. He's been healthy. So for me, I kind of looked at that as, yes, I know that they don't have a team to win it, but I was shocked that he would just be that vocal about it, and kind of the same question that LeBron was asking. He's just like, oh, it's over now. And when the opposite is really, they've been on an upward trajectory. They've been winning. They've been playing well. They've been playing inspired basketball over the last month and a half or so. But that's, to me, what happens with Kawhi. That's the benefit with Kawhi, Rob, is that because we don't often hear from him, I literally don't even know if he has an Instagram or social media account. Like, I have no idea. And we don't know much about him, that he can do or say things that other folks who are the Steph Currys or the Kobes, the big name guys, the KD, will be fodder for conversation, will be big tabloid issues, or would be, all the backlash on debate shows. But because he doesn't say much when he does, even like that, that's really, no one really just like, oh, well, it's Kawhi. And that's to his benefit, because a lot of the stuff that he does, other players have done, the demands, I want this, it has to be my way, I want this player, I want this plane, I want that, I'm taking money, allegedly, taking money from fake accounts. It kind of doesn't stick to him. You know what I mean? And I think
I disagree.
I think it sticks to him?
Yeah, the whole not playing and not, what happened in San Antonio. He was raked through the coals about not playing and and wanted to feel 100%, and people turned on him because he couldn't play. He's saying he's hurt, and they're saying, well, Pop and them are attacking him. I thought he got some smoke for
I
that.
think he got a little bit then, but I don't think to the point I'm saying is these other big name, the KDs, the Stephs, the CP3s, the LeBrons.
They just asked him. It ain't like they asked LeBron after they traded Luka and Austin Reeves. They just traded Zubac and they traded Harden. What is your conference? You know what I mean? Like, they just traded two big pieces from their team, and I think it's a different conversation when that happens compared to LeBron having Luka, who's been an all-NBA top 5 times in a 6-year career. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why I think it's different. And LeBron is supposedly he says he's the GOAT, so him paired with Luka has no chance. Like, I think that's why in that comparison to Kawhi, it's just a little different because they just traded away. Zubac is a really good player.
Oh, yeah. The Lakers surely wish they had him. They got rid of a bunch of guys. I mean, if you look at the players that they got rid of,
for nothing.
Zubac ends up being a heck of a quality player.
He really is.
Ingram's an all-star. Randall's an all-star. Just had 41. A handful of nights ago.
But you get my point. Like, it's just a little different, and I get it. Kawhi is not that boisterous. He's not out there. You're right.
And that's the benefit of him. Why I'm saying I think he can get away with stuff that just wouldn't go for the average superstar of his quality. When he's healthy, he's arguably top 3 player in the league. A healthy Kawhi. If I told you he's giving you 70 games this year, you'd be like, oh, shoot. That Kawhi on both sides of the ball, his efficiency. I mean, he can get to any spot, any shot. He locks guys up. I mean, he's incredible. And that guy, 2-time Finals MVP, 2-time champion, he gets away with a lot that, again, it just kind of goes under the radar, or it's a quick little conversation or quick fodder.
I think it changed when once he became often injured, he was taken off that map.
I agree.
Had he come here after winning in Toronto and won with the Clippers or something, it would be like that. That changed everything because where he was. Because he was trying to do something, win a championship with Toronto, which had never won, and then go to Clippers that had never even been to the Western Conference Final, let alone, winning a championship. And they had the team and coach, and they lost to the Lakers in the bubble. That was they had that set up. They were up on Denver, and they choked in like 2 years in a row. Like, they were really supposedly making that next step. And I think after that, and then all the injuries and
that's a good way of putting it.
I just think that took him off everybody's radar.
That cooled him down, you knew, and that's why
I think he gets away with.
He's in a handful of conversation of guys we talk about. I always say, you've heard me say it to you, a handful of times, that it's going to be hard to explain. If our kids, your nephews, people get older. Hey, Uncle Rob, hey, Uncle Kelvin, or Dad Kelvin, what was Kyrie Irving like? And it's going to be hard to you had to be there to see it, but he missed a lot of games. And what could have been? And maybe if he stuck with LeBron, could they want to know? What was Kawhi like? When he was healthy, but he was hurt, but then he float managed, but then there's a handful of guys that are going to be hard to explain how great they were.
Kawhi, I think, won't be as hard because he did win twice. He did win 2 Finals MVP.
But in the all-time rankings, you know what I'm saying? Where do you put him? Where do you? Because it's like we didn't see it enough to your point, be able to be like, man, he was this.
But see, I think it's only if he hadn't won, you might feel like that. I think that he was able to win 2 championships and be Finals MVP twice. We know what he was. You don't know what he was?
More so what it could have been.
So winning winning 2 championships is.
But if he's healthy or if he's not load managing, does he get 3? Does he get 4? Is he the second best player of this last 10, 15 years? We got Steph and LeBron and, KD kind of been the guy. Is Kawhi maybe after LeBron of the last 15 years? Or is it Steph? Is he above a Steph? That's what I mean. It would have been really interesting with him had he been healthy, had he been playing, had he not load management. Because he's so good when you watch him, go, oh, my gosh, I forgot how good he was because you didn't get to see him that much. Or not that much, often.
Right. 313. Oh, what am I going to give?
313?
I'm giving my
okay,
number.
so
877-99 on Fox.
We got geniuses out here. They're going to go, okay, 3-1, let me see.
No.
Okay.
Stop it. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369.
You got a Cali one yet?
69. Are you kidding? No, I'm not doing that.
That is funny.
Why doesn't Kawhi get the same level of smoke for his transgressions as other NBA superstars do? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not just noise. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Because I can't even see who's in the back talking in the US of A.
Draymond had some stuff to say about a former teammate of his, which was Kevin Durant. Break it down for us.
KD's alleged burner accounts were all the rage this week coming out of All-Star break. Quick recap, some of the things that he allegedly said, called Russell Westbrook a triple-double cocaine bear, compared Devin Booker and Frank Vogel to Stalin and Hitler. And the most damning quotes were about his alleged current teammate, Jabari Smith Jr., a low-key, rudimentary individual, and Alperen Şengün cannot shoot or defend. So Draymond Green weighed in on this whole situation on his own podcast, dropped today. Take a listen.
I personally would address it publicly if it's a public thing and it's taken on the life that it's taken, but to each his own. But I'll tell you what, if it is, I don't know how you walk back into practice. Walking back into practice after the break, almost you walk into the locker room, it probably feel like a Key and Peele sketch. A little awkward, like, what do you do? What's up, bro? I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, these are alleged. It's alleged to be KD's burner account. Maybe one day we'll know the truth. Maybe we already know the truth.
Draymond kills me. How do you walk back in the locker room after you sucker punch one of your teammates?
I'm sitting here. You knew that's where I was
Can you imagine? Can you imagine this guy's on a burner thing and you gonna sit there? You sucker punched like a guy
hard
who you were a mentor to, a younger guy in the league that you did that to, a teammate. And how did you look at your other teammates in the face and the other young guys?
Dude,
guys kill me, man. Where's the pushback on that podcast, guys? I'm going to tell you, I don't care. Gray beard, no gray beard. Stop listening to those podcasts. Stop. Unless they put somebody on there that's going to push back. And call Draymond out and say,
Dude.
How did you, Draymond, you saying that, how did you go back in the locker room after you sucker punched?
Do you want to go down the list of stuff?
Yeah.
How did you, when you walked away from your team during the game, you went to the locker room and didn't come back?
How did you do that when you told the guy who won back-to-back finals MVPs that you don't need him and he's the B word on national television? How did you walk back in the locker room with that after that?
Dude.
Come on, man. These guys are phonies,
I'm
frauds,
blown away at
ridiculous.
That. I'm blown away at that because, again, it wasn't like a little scrum and it was an NBA punch to Jordan Poole.
No.
You know what I mean? Like all right, back up off.
It was practice.
You practice and you Hadouken. You sucker punched the mess out of him. 5 inches shorter and probably 50 pounds lighter and 12 years younger or whatever.
Right.
Man, you got to relax on this. First of all, it's alleged. Secondly, if it was true, I think this, Rob, KD has been known. We know he loves Twitter. He put out there, I'm on Threads with a burner account, find me. We know he does these things. I think actually if it were to be true, it makes him look stupid and juvenile, and that his teammates actually will be like, ain't nobody thinking about him. Like, I'm out here to win. Let's go win. And that was stupid. That was juvenile. Meaning you can just kind of be like, I don't got to rock with him, but I'm going to try to win these games with him. And that's the difference between that and sucker punching somebody.
No,
like that. That's completely different. I don't have to like that he said it, and we can have a little moment. Hey, man, I will, watch how you talking about me, bro. And then we can get by. All right, man, I was just wilding. Okay, I was on the burner. I was having fun. All right, whatever. And you can move past that. I'm not saying you're besties, but the idea that, like, that's the worst thing ever on an alleged burner account where he didn't even say it with his chest. If he did, he put it on a burner account versus you sucker punching, versus you leaving the bench and not coming back, versus you cussing KD out and other players out. I just find that You talk about the pot calling the kettle black?
I know. It's mind-boggling, and he says it with so much conviction. And I don't know how you can go back. I don't know how you could go back in the locker room and face your teammate. Really,
dude? I'm not saying this is not optimal,
really?
but
okay.
Somebody saying Şengün can't shoot. What was it, Rob G? He can't shoot and can't defend. Okay. Obviously, he said something disparaging about Swift. What's his name again? I'm looking at him right now as they're playing the Rockets.
Jabari
Smith Jr. He called him a word we cannot say, but like to me, it's more of an indictment on him versus them. Like, you know what I mean? How juvenile are you that you're spending your time on a burner account putting out stupid things about your teammates? That makes you look bad, in my opinion. Or I wouldn't be so flabbergasted that I can never be around you again. It's just I would look at KD to like, man, you ain't grew up yet. You ain't had enough yet. Man, anyway, check the ball. Let's go. Let's play. Like, that's how I would view. I'm not going to be like, I can't be in the locker room with this guy because he didn't. To me, Rob, you and I sit here every day for hours. You've shared some things with me. I've shared some things with you, family things and all. If you were on account, Kelvin's family member X is blah, 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 blah. You know what? He had to go see a therapist or something because that would hurt me. I sat here, I chopped it up with you trust.
Right.
If you just said, boy, Kelvin sure can't pronounce Monty's last name, I'd be like, all right, like. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Funky Flashback Friday. We got last call coming up in a little bit as well. And by the way, if you missed any of today's show, then you're going to want to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Right after the show, today's pod is going to be posted. Be sure to follow the podcast, rate it 5 stars, and then you can provide a review. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you will find today's show, a best-of version right after the show as well. Rob G will get that up for us. All right. 877-99 on Fox. Kawhi Leonard. Why didn't he get the smoke that other players get for some of the antics that he's done over a handful of years? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Let's kick it off with Jordan in D.C. What's up, Jordan? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy?
Oh, hey, Rob and Kelvin. How you guys doing?
What's up, Jordan? We're good, man. Thank you.
That's what's up. Hey, before I go, I just wanted to tell you, Rob, I was fortunate enough a couple of years ago I'm not sure if they did one in 2025, but in 2024, Newhouse in Syracuse had an HBCU immersion program where they invited students from all HBCUs across the country, man. That's such a beautiful campus, for PWI, which sometimes when I was applying to colleges, I kind of felt uncomfortable.
Right.
In the energy with, I never felt that at Syracuse. That's a beautiful campus.
Yeah,
dope, man. That's a compliment to them.
It really is. And Wes Whiteside, who runs a program up there, he does a great job. And I'm looking. Wes. Yeah, you ready?
I do. I spoke to him. I spoke to him at this random restaurant that we were at our last night there. He said he knew you. I was like, Rob from Well, y'all couple. Oh, that's
Are
fine.
you
I'm
ready
with
for
them
this?
every night.
You know this because Wes. I was his substitute teacher when Wes was in high school at Avondale High School in suburban Detroit. Wes was 16. I knew him since he was 16 years old. He's a grown man, married, all that stuff. Yeah. So.
Wow, man. One of the nicest
You
people
came
I
in here,
ever
right?
met.
Last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he came in.
Yeah,
That's you met him.
Yeah, we chopped it up.
All right, Jordan, what you got, my man?
Oh yeah, about Kawhi, I think he kind of crafted that in to be that way. You know, you guys remember back in 2019, he could have went to the Lakers. I don't think he would have got the necessary amount of heat for missing games and stuff like that if he would have played for the Lakers. He went to the
good point.
The B team with the in Los Angeles. He won a championship with the Raptors. That was a great title, but that's not the Celtics. That's not the Warriors. That's not the Knicks. I think he kind of he's almost like the off the beaten path superstar in the league.
That's an interesting point. That you can kind of get away with a little bit more with the Clippers.
But
than
I always
obviously
give
the
him
Lakers.
credit. I gotta say this. I give him credit for not going to the Lakers because they had Anthony Davis, LeBron, and Kawhi. Like they had money for him, and he didn't go there. Like they wanted him, and I give him credit from the standpoint that would have been the easy route, and he could have easily been, hey, I'll be a second or third second or third guy, and LeBron. You know what I mean? And win 3-4 championships more.
I mean, at that point, he was vying for best player in the league, so I think he would. That wouldn't have worked. And then, but also when I know I'm gonna get some extra money somewhere.
Would you stop?
I'm just saying.
No.
Y'all give me
I mean, it was
extra money?
widely reported that he was going to go to the Lakers until Paul George came
Can you
through.
just admit that Chris got it wrong?
It wasn't just Chris.
Chris Broussard got it wrong.
But it wasn't just Chris.
Chris Broussard got it wrong. Say it.
So he got it wrong.
Did he
Chris
get
got it wrong.
Okay.
So did
That's
Chris
all.
Haynes. So did Woj. So did Windhorst.
I didn't get it
was
wrong.
crazy.
I got the video. I was on Undisputed. You want to see the video?
What'd you say?
I said he was going to the
think I seen
Clippers.
it.
You saw it.
I think I seen it. Yeah, I seen it.
I said he was going to the Clippers, and they poo-pooed me because
I
didn't NBA.
Did you know about
so
the Aspire
did you
deal?
investigate and find out something we didn't know? Huh?
Did you know?
Did you aspire for information?
I don't know. Maybe I got a cut. I'm just saying.
Man, Rob, if you keep it on the low, we'll give you $2 million.
There you go.
Oh, the timeline, Rob G. That nice little car he had for those years. The math is mathing, Unc.
Yeah, but they took it from me now. All right,
I know.
Will in Wisconsin. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Will?
What's up, Rob? What's up, Kelvin?
What up, Will?
Oh, nothing much. Just enjoying two big regional news stories here today between the Bears and the United Center that'll be solving THC-infused drinks at non-sporting events. So it's been a busy day here, man. But,
Well, we already know him. And last call, we're going to talk about that Bears thing. I got a theory because I kind of see what they're trying to do. I got a theory.
Okay. I'm interested.
Yeah.
And talking about sort of things that we're looking to move a needle in another direction. Kawhi Leonard, he's always been a key rotational piece. I mean, the finals that they had, with Tim Duncan's last finals there in the Spurs, and then going out to join a team with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and a few nice other key players to get a championship up there. In Toronto, in the aftermath of some serious injuries to that Warriors team. I know it's not, revisionist history, but seriously, he was able to get 2 championships. But as far as being that guy, and there's really not even a comp. I mean, even between himself and like KD, right? If KD says, "Hey, I don't think the team is very good," we look at it like, "Oh, KD's, somewhat driving towards excellence." Kawhi's saying, a similar thing is like, this guy doesn't really contribute except for, when he's available. So it's not really looked at with the same weight.
All right. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just said, you mentioned he's kind of quietly went about things, so you don't often necessarily ridicule him because you don't see him. He kind of out of the – I mean, I don't even know where he is. All right.
It still goes down as the greatest laugh of all time.
Oh, it's not even close.
It's not, right?
It doesn't miss. It's because, again, to the point, Rob, we never heard him talk. He had 2 rings, and we never heard him talk till that moment. And you're like, oh, that's what he sounds like? Wait, oh, that's what he laughs like? And that's what made it great. All right, there's somebody who It's so great.
I can't give you a whole spiel.
Because it wasn't even that funny. Like, what of all the things, that was that funny?
And how
Kawhi?
extra the laugh was, too.
That's what, like, it wasn't that funny, Kawhi. All right, LeBron, there's somebody who believes LeBron might take you got a barbershop, a haircut.
Who,
and
me?
I think, you, LeBron, I think I know why. We'll tell you next. Right now, Martin Weiss, going to get you set on what's trending. Hey, Martin.
You better be careful with that haircut. I'd take a pay cut. I wouldn't take no haircut. And I have to say this about LeBron. I mean, about Rob.
He's gotten better, though, by the way.
He did toupee.
Yeah, I'm saying he finally, like, we're going to look up, he'll be bald in a month. We be like,
he just went the inside the NBA route where you ball with a hairline.
There you go.
A strong play.
Kenny Smith, Hank, he still got that going.
And I'm not saying that Rob Parker did aspire or not, but when we were in Detroit, there were several times I was giving him a ride to work, and it wasn't. I didn't have a bin. I wasn't driving German engineering.
And now all of a sudden,
I was
makes
picking
a lot of
Rob
sense.
up on 12 Mile every so often. Now Rob had a drop top in L.A. I'm just saying.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
The timelines, man, add up.
So the NBA,
you're the only one who knew he was going to Clippers.
The NBA had a whole big week of tanking conversation. The Utah Jazz were in this game up until the fourth quarter started, in which at one point they had gotten outscored by 20 in the fourth quarter.
Sounds about right.
I mean, it was laughably. I mean, it's what they've been doing all year.
There's a guy who's playing college ball not too far away that they might want.
Well, who knows? I guess maybe it'll work. Who knows? 123 to 114. The Grizzlies beat the Jazz. The Wizards get a win, 131 to 118 over the Pacers. The Cavaliers, Jared Allen with a double-double, 26 points, 14 rebounds. Con Knuppel had 33 and 6. That rookie's really been tearing it up.
I didn't see it coming like didn't it be that good.
Rookie of the year. I didn't say it. The Cavaliers beat the Hornets 118 to 113. Games in action right now. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Heat opened it up on the Hawks, 108 to 89. Tyler Hero with 24 points in his return. He was out for nearly a month with a rib injury. Jalen Johnson has 16 points, 16 rebounds, and 11 assists. 1 minute or so left in the third quarter. The Timberwolves have a 5-point lead on the Mavericks. Make that 7. 92 to 84. Rudy Gobert with a 16-point, 14-rebound double-double. Marvin Bagley had 20 points and 12 rebounds. The Bucks and the Pelicans, Milwaukee leading 86 to 82. Ryan Rollins with 19 and 4. Derek Queen, the rookie, with 16 and 8 rebounds for New Orleans. And the Thunder lead the Nets at a game you want to talk about that nobody should have gone to, 50 to 35. The score right now in the third quarter is 30 seconds in.
Well,
Isaiah
that's
Joe.
okay. They would cover the spread because I got 17.5. So that right now I would win.
There you go.
Right now you would win.
Right? 7 plus 17.5.
I'm going to predict it right now. This game gets to a 30-point margin, and you cover that fourth quarter number.
Right? That's 17.5. Absolutely.
Exactly. I'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Martin. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Funky Flashback Friday. Join now our man, Hunter Patterson, covering the Pistons for The Athletic. Hunter, what's up, bro?
Nothing much. How are y'all?
We're doing great. I'm very proud of Hunter Patterson, one of my former students, a mentee, and he's doing great things.
I told
at the
you I'm not
Athletic.
letting you claim him first. I told you he was
He
my
didn't know
mentee.
you. No,
Yes, he did.
no.
Remember, he admitted. He said it was me.
No, he did not.
All right, Hunter, on three. Who was it?
Hunter,
1, 2, 3.
Hunter, don't do that. Don't fall into it.
Nah, Kelvin, he almost got me. But y'all have both been extremely impactful in my journey, so I'm grateful for both of y'all for sure.
Shout out to you, brother. Doing great things.
Yes.
Rob says the Pistons are getting out the first round. Tell him he's crazy.
I said what? No,
Oh, man.
No. I'm just saying, like, I get where they are, what's happening this season, which has been tremendous. The East is a little different this year. That's all I'm saying is Boston without Tatum, Halliburton not in Indiana, Giannis not in Milwaukee. Like this is a different East. And it's not to take anything away from the Pistons. That's why when they had the straw poll about MVP and Cade only got one first-place vote, I think that they do look at the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference, and they take a little away because some of the best players have been hurt this year. Is that off the wall?
That's not off the wall. I personally I would have Cade 3 right now.
That's what they have him. That's what they have him. 3.
Yeah. I put him still behind Jokic and Shea, just because those two are extremely dynamic. Jokic is leading the league in rebounds and assists, although Cade has more total assists than him so far. But I think, just all things considered, Cade kind of spearheading the turnaround over the last couple of years. He's playing both sides of the ball. He's on pace for a career best in I could be here all day talking about his career best, but assists, plus minus, offensive rating, defensive rating, steals, blocks. Like, he's been extremely impactful, and I think he's easily I don't want to overdo it, but I think he is the best point guard in the East for sure.
Stay with the Pistons for, I don't know, the last 2 years. The turnaround. If you're Cade Cunningham, you're a top pick, and you come right in and the team struggled. You lose 27 straight. How great has it been for them that mental, the mindset to stay focused? And maybe it's come to the coaching. JB Bickerstaff, what has he been like and meant to this team?
I think he's meant everything. He embraces them for who they are. I think he doesn't really try to change any one person on the team. Like, he just tries to play into their strengths as much as possible. And when I first got here, I was talking to Cade about that losing streak for a story I was working on last year. And he it sounds counterintuitive, but he was like, man, during that losing streak, it just made me more sure of myself. And the conviction he has to feel that way while essentially being the laughingstock of the league is kind of why he feels he's in the position that he always was meant to be now as an all-star starter, likely going to be a first-team All-NBA player. So to answer your question, I think JB, he's really changed the culture here, and he just embraces the team for who they are, and it aligns with how the city approaches a lot of things as well.
I want to give him credit, but I also think that Monty Williams, there's no way that team should have lost 27 games in a row in the NBA. Like,
not at all.
That is a mark against Monty Williams, not about the players, because something didn't. There's too many bad teams in the NBA.
We're watching two right now.
For you to be able to go through that kind of a stretch, you get what I'm saying? Like they never with Cade Cunningham, you lose 20. Like it just didn't make any sense. I don't think Monty really wanted to be there, and that was the problem. That he came because he just took the money, and I don't think his heart was really in it. Let me switch over to just the city. We already know the city went crazy for the Lions. Thought they were earmarked for the Super Bowl. I think that ship has sailed, but now the excitement to me seems to be moving towards the Pistons. Just what's the city like, and where do people realistically think that they can be?
The city's been really alive, I think, just as much as you can be with this much snow. But Cade and the Pistons are giving the city a lot of hope, I think, for competitive playoff basketball. I don't know if anyone is considering them a lot to get to the finals or win the finals or anything like that. I think people are kind of just enjoying them exceeding expectations for 2 seasons in a row. And I expect them to be really competitive. I think they'll get out of the first round this year, but I'm not putting any extremely lofty expectations on them since they didn't win a series last year.
He is Hunter Patterson with The Athletic covering the Detroit Pistons. One of the things I do like, and Rob, you were there all those years, is that the Pistons were in Palace of Auburn Hills. They were in Auburn Hills, and it's just a different feel. And although those teams were all the Detroit basketball Pistons were great, it was sold out. This era, they have really embraced the city. Both the city has embraced the players and the team. They're downtown now, and it seems to be something where they feel like it's a change in the culture in the city versus just, we got a team. Like, they're embracing the city's embracing the players. Am I wrong? Because I'm not back that way all the time.
No, the games are a ton of fun. I mean, I think the team has kind of like that blue-collar mentality that the city has. The team is just kind of giving the city a sense of pride where it's like, okay, we've been pretty bad for the last handful of years, and now, like, we're going into games expecting to win. if the Pistons go on kind of a cold streak throughout the game, like the fans are critical and they're not like holding back on their frustration because they have an expectation of winning now.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I know that they're trying to replicate the 2004 in the building, at Little Caesars. How is that being what's the
received?
Right word? Yeah, received by fans. Are they embracing that? Do they think they need to carve out their own kind of niche? And I know Mason is such a great PA announcer, and people love the 2004. And I've told this story a million times to Kelvin. Like J.A. Adonde back in the day, who covered the NBA Finals, was sitting there, all the writers, before the playoff, before a finals game, and he gets up to go all out to the court. And I'm like, where are you going? It's still like 10 minutes before the game starts. He's like, I want to go hear Mason do the intros. And I was like, here's a longtime NBA guy who cares about the intros. And I just wonder about that. Are people enjoying that?
Yeah, Mason, I mean, y'all obviously know he's a legend. He has like his go-to catchphrases. Detroit basketball is obviously the most famous one. He has the Pistons basketball going back down the floor, and the fans are really receptive to the way he engages with the crowd. And I think this rendition of the Pistons is kind of like the dog pound is what they call themselves. That's Stu, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren, Ron Holland, Paul Reed. They joke with the SAR that he's like too nice to be in a dog pound, but he fits the mold. And I think that's kind of where they're headed. Like, obviously it was bad boys going to work, and now this group of Pistons kind of consider themselves like the dog pound Pistons.
Hey, last one for me. Who's the nemesis? They've obviously had the Knicks numbers, but ultimately playoffs matter. But who's the team you say, hey, ooh-wee, is it a Charlotte? Is it a sneaky little Charlotte team? Is it Cleveland?
Cleveland has their number,
Knicks?
doesn't it?
Who's the team you say, I know they've been playing well, but in the postseason, this could be a tough one?
I think just because of how the series went last year, it's still the Knicks, because the Pistons had the Knicks number in the regular season last year, and the Knicks were still able to win in 6 games. Jalen Brunson had the moment where I'll never forget. Like, he got left to right on a SAR, he lost the SAR, and he sunk the three-pointer, and just all of Little Caesars was just dejected.
So I think a shot.
It was amazing. Like, I got to give credit to Brunson on that one. But I think until they get past the Knicks, and you see it in the approach over their 3 games that they played this year, they blew them out each time. They won't say that they get up for the games against the Knicks, but based on how they play, it seems they do. And I think that's all because they still want to kind of get their get back from last postseason.
For sure. All right. Hey, Hunter, man, we appreciate it. Thank you. Keep doing great work.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Yes,
doubt.
keep it up, my man. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good.
All right. When's the last time Kelvin texted you?
Look at this dude right here.
There you go.
You know what
okay, there you go. Hunter, there you go. There you go. That's all I want you to know. Wow. All right, Hunter. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I call that?
He ain't text Hunter in 14 years.
14? Hunter ain't nothing but 16.
I know. All right, Hunter. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate y'all, fellas.
No doubt. Hunter Patterson doing
I got
great
you
work.
on that
you
one.
Did get me on that one. That's
like,
a good one.
You're like, oh,
that
yeah.
was the moment I wish I wanted somebody to call you and tell you, Rob, I've been meaning to tell you for 25 years, this is your son.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted you to have some kids right there.
Okay.
I wanted you to have some kids. Hey, last call, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Last call. It is your chance to get in on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
ESPN MLB insider Jeff Pass. I think he's a friend of yours, Rob. I think he's talked to your class a couple times.
Yes, he has. Absolutely.
I would say he's a friend of the show.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Ferguson Home.
But we like him. Published a long-form piece on Thursday discussing the labor discussions between MLB owners, and the Players Association. According to Passan, nearly every owner believes that baseball needs a salary cap because they believe it would, one, immediately juice the franchise values because the labor costs would be fixed and it would be lower than some other teams. And number two, and to them most importantly, they believe the only pathway to competitive balance is to have a salary cap. In fact, according to Passan, one high-ranking team official said, quote, if they are not getting their salary cap for the next CBA, quote, they are ready to burn the effing house down. Passan suggests that if that happens, we could have a lockout for the first time, or excuse me, the worst labor war since 1994, of course.
But we haven't had one since then.
But if you recall, Rob, and listeners of the show will know this, the World Series was canceled that year for the first time in 90 years. So if Passan's right and this executive is right, they're willing to pull the plug on everything in Major League Baseball.
I'm going to say this. And a couple of years ago, I think it might have been before 2020, remember, before there was a labor deal. That was the last one. And people thought, oh, that was the COVID, that it wasn't going to happen. And remember, there's been a long labor piece with baseball. Prior to that, every 4 or 5 years there was stoppage, or the season started late, or they missed some games, lockout, players. There was always a fight, okay? And since 94, they got it. After they took away the World Series from fans, baseball had to pay. People were so mad, and it took the home run chase by Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa to bring people back to baseball. Like, for all the stuff that they rip on those guys and the juice and all that, that saved baseball.
100%.
You remember that?
Well, that's why they turned a blind eye.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
That saved baseball.
100%.
ESPN used to break in
Yep.
and show their at-bats. I don't care what was on. They would break in, and here's Mark McGwire coming up. Here's Sammy Sosa coming up. Every at-bat was on ESPN.
And you can keep that going for another couple of years with Barry Bonds, too.
Exactly. So I do not, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, my God, nothing's going to happen, whatever, and I get what's at stake. But do you see, and we talk about it more than anybody on national radio, the resurgence of baseball, the last 5 years especially. You got the Dodgers that are the evil empire. People, you need somebody. You need a villain.
Yeah.
They're the villain.
Yep.
You got all these other good teams. You got teams that are making it to the World Series. They're not all the big markets. The Texas Rangers won a World Series. It kind of negates or talks about, you're talking about competitive balance. We just brought it up the other night. The last 10 years, baseball has had more different champions than the NFL, which is the parity league, right? Supposedly the parity league. More teams have been in the championship in baseball than in the NFL. 13 teams, different teams, in the last 10 years, and only 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, we got that, actually.
You remember that?
Yeah, there's those numbers. I'll get them for you. Keep going. Yep.
And my point is, we just saw a World Series that didn't have a second American team in it. The ratings were what, Kelvin? Through the roof. Without the Toronto and Canada numbers, TV numbers, because they don't count for the American television ratings.
You undersold baseball, by the way.
What was it?
So since the turn of the century, more MLB franchises have won championships, 16, than in the NHL, 14, NFL, 13, NBA, 12.
And those other leagues have the salary cap.
Yeah.
So we know that. The Yankees haven't won since 2009. The Mets, who had the highest payroll last year, didn't make the playoffs and haven't won since 1986.
Yep.
So when I hear all this, it sounds good. Everybody's on the same bay. Everybody's got Kansas City has the same payroll as the Yankees. Really? Really? Guess what? The Kansas City Royals have won a World Series more recently than the Yankees.
Then they go to 2?
Yeah.
They won one. Yeah. No, listen, you're 1,000% correct. We've talked about this a million times. Baseball, you don't know who's going to win. It doesn't matter if you have a bunch of players on your team. A team can get hot at the right time. The pitching staff
Dodgers were 1 or 2 outs away from not winning this past year.
And the Dodgers had been winning but never winning at all for a handful of years. They kept getting there but not winning at all. So it doesn't matter. We talked about the Rangers. We talk about the Angels. We talk about the Nationals. We talk about the Royals.
The Diamondbacks
Tigers
went to the World
have been
Series.
to like 3 or 4 World Series in the last 10, 15 years. So that's what makes this amazing in baseball, is that it doesn't matter necessarily. Now, I think also they're trying to do what we talk about is that floor. They're trying to bring up some teams that have in the last 10 years only spent like $300 million, where you got some teams currently spending $300 million a year. So they're trying to find that balance of a salary cap and a salary floor. So some teams have to spend more, and some teams obviously you're gonna, this is the max you can spend. She was, right, Alex? House. Fox Sports Radio. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. One more time for us on this funky Flashback Friday. Thanks to Hunter Patterson for joining the show. Ryan Fields.
Rob's mentee.
For joining. Rick Bucher for joining as well.
Rob's mentee.
Can't hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Say that again.
I said Rob's mentee. Rick Bucher.
Right,
Hunter
Rick Bucher's your
Patterson.
mentee, too?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Rick? Never mind.
No,
I'll say
I'm
it
just
off the air.
kidding.
No, I know, but I saw so I'll tell you it off the air. But, yeah, shout out to everybody who joined the show. Rob G will get that up on the podcast in just a little bit. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. You know what time it is, Rob.
This is the last call.
It's last call. Last call time on the Odd Couple.
Last call.
That's right. Rocky in South Carolina, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
You are
the last caller here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Happy Funky Flashback Friday, and before I get to my comments, I'm a rock out dude, but back in the day, we could funk it out too in the locker rooms. Sister Sledge, We Are Family, always played.
We are family.
That was the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates championship team. That was their song.
We Are Family? Nice.
We had the Commodores, the Isley Brothers, the Elements, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Rick James.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
We had it all going, okay? So I love all genres. Rob, I'm actually calling my first question, and this is more career and your Detroit roots, and so I'm kind of curious, did you start, were you with the Free Press, with the paper, or when you got going in your journalism career?
I got there. I had worked in New York already for 5 years, and I worked in Cincinnati for 2. So, and I started in Wilkes-Barre. So I had 8 years when I showed up in Detroit, but I wound up working there for 20 years.
Wow.
And I started with the newspapers. I worked for the Free Press first, did radio, television, and then worked for the news, and then done other stations. So I spent a long time. I'm very, very thankful for my 20 years in Detroit. And it was the place that really gave me that platform that for my career. So I'm always thankful.
I was tired of him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're here?
You and my ex-wife, who after we got divorced was like, I can't turn on
get
the
away
radio
from
or
TV,
television.
grab a
you know
paper.
what I mean, Rocky, without seeing my mug. So
That
she
is
was
actually that's a good point.
Yeah, she said she hated it. She told me that.
What if my wife? She had to turn on Spectrum every day, and I'm just right there and there.
So, yes, Rocky, Detroit was definitely a big part of my career.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was tired of seeing you. Every time I turn on the TV, there go Rob, turn on the radio.
I know, God.
Everywhere. Then you was out in the streets, too. See you in the streets.
Yeah, back in the day. Those were the good old days. I was young, fun. Great weekend ahead.
You got something planned?
I'm going to a comedy club tomorrow.
Performing?
Nah, I
they ain't ready for that yet.
I need that Kawhi laugh in order to perform.
Just make sure you bring Monty. You good?
Monty, she's always gonna laugh for you. Yeah, that's it. Nothing. Yeah. I said I'm going to Syracuse on Monday night, so I'm gonna take it easy this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out. We got a birthday party. Shout out to my nephew Julian. Happy birthday to him. We'll have this party tomorrow, and after that, man, I might try to sneak out, get a little.
All the birthdays and cupcakes. How many cupcakes you gonna eat?
It slowed down a little bit, thank God, because I'm fighting for my life. But looking forward to a little relaxation too, man. So enjoy your weekends. We'll be right back at it on Monday. It's your boys, The Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?